Hello everyone! I believe we should be live as of right now. Let me just check on some things here real quick. Make sure everything's running smoothly. How's everyone doing? Okay, quality's looking good, everything's looking good, so we should be good to go. How's everyone doing in the chat? I can see there's 25 of you in there. I don't know if I'll be able to say hi to all 25 of you and many others who have commented before then, but great to see you guys all here. Thanks for coming to the stream. This is a really important stream for me, just because I know there's a lot of talk about this situation, and it's a very sensitive topic. And so I really want to try to get as many perspectives as possible, and also just try to look at this in the most objective lens as I possibly can. And for those of you who may be watching the VOD right now after the fact on the stream, I want this to be a stream where you could look at the deepest analysis possible of all the different details regarding the situation and be able to come to a conclusion for you yourself, and not just listen to what some people might be saying are lies or falsehoods or over-exaggerations. I want you to be able to look at the information that we go over today in today's stream and be able to just make a decision for yourself. So we're going to be going over the original stream in which Ballomatic made his controversial claims. We're going to be going over different responses, Nicholas Fernero's response, another YouTuber, I think her name's Lil Ball of Fun, as well as just different comments and different things regarding the situation. The first thing that I do want to bring up, also I do want to let the live chat know if you feel like I am missing anything or would like to bring something up or anything else, I'm definitely open to that as well. The first thing that I do want to go over before I go ahead and get into all the details is that I did invite Ballomatic to have a conversation with me. I reached out to him, I opened a ticket on his server before I even made my video. Also, if you couldn't tell, this is going to be quite a different tone than the comedic video I made. This is going to be much more serious, and we're just going to be much more analytical and try to be more objective than that stream or that video. But I did reach out to try to get a response from him when I was making the video, and he didn't want to talk to me, but he did give me this response right here, which I did put at the beginning of my video as well, but we could just go over that really quick. Whoop, it's right there. And it says, in regards to this, I would kindly, and I basically told him like, hey, I just want to have a voice chat with you, and I want to just try to get your side of the story, and if you have any comment or anything of the sort. And so I reached out and I told him, you could keep whatever you want in this voice chat anonymous. Whatever you want to share, you can share. Whatever you don't want to share can just be completely anonymous. And that was the offer that I gave to him. And he didn't want to be in a voice chat with me, but this is the response that he gave me in hearing that I was interested in making a video about the situation, as it was starting to get a little out of hand and people were starting to talk about it more. People were showing up in their live chat, so I wanted to get a good understanding of the situation. So he said, in regards to this, I would kindly ask that no further information be posted online around the situation in video format or any other form of social media, because this is sprawled out into controversy. Posting any sort of content or media in relation, it would just further spread the issues that have already arisen. I appreciate your concern for wanting my perspective on it, but I will kindly decline the offer. If you want my perspective in small form, I can give it to you this way. What I said had zero hate or want to cause harm in it. I was asked a question by Maddie in that stream, answered the question in accordance to the Bible, and it was given full respect by Maddie and many others in doing so. While yes, some words I said may have been twisted to take on a whole different meaning, I did not in any way, shape, or form intend to harm or violate anyone's right to have an opinion. So I just finally ask that you refrain from posting anything further on the matter. Thank you. So he basically says he doesn't want to talk about it, which in one respect I kind of understand why, but in another respect I I'm critical because he made the claims to begin with. And if these are claims that he's making about the LGBTQ community, his personal beliefs, and things of that nature, and people have criticisms on the internet, they make videos that are critical, I think he should be very much more open and honest about talking about it, be open to people that want to have conversations with him. But the impression that I got from him is, no, I don't want you to talk about it. This, this isn't good. This is just making you look bad, kind of a thing. And that already, for me personally, it raises some red flags, because if these are personal beliefs that he has that he's not afraid of, he's not afraid to talk about, then I think he should be more willing to engage in a conversation about it. So that was the first kind of red flag for me when I reached out to him. I get it. Maybe it's a lot of pressure, people just making a ton of videos. And, some have ranged from actual hate to more objective criticism. I'm going to be going over more of the videos of substance. I'm not going to be watching troll videos or any sort of videos that are more making fun of him, because that's not really that helpful. So yeah, that's what he said in regards to my request in getting a comment about the situation. And very shortly after that, I said something to him no worries, have a good day, God bless. And before I exited out of the conversation, PurplePhoenix, or I guess Ballomatic thingy on his Discord server. Oh yeah, I was in your stream a few days ago, Bradley Taylor. I just saw someone mention me in the live chat. She said, you do understand not to make a video, right? I want to make sure that's been made clear. So they very clearly do not want people talking about this, which for me personally, I'm just going to talk about me as a streamer and as a YouTuber. I've posted things on my channel. You could go on my channel, look at past videos, and you might find comments that I've made that you don't agree with and that you might be critical of me. But me personally, if people make videos about me that are criticizing my views or how I feel about a specific topic, I welcome that. It might feel a little uncomfortable to get that kind of pushback, but for me, I feel like the onus is on me, because if I'm saying something on the internet, I should be willing to own it and own up to it and face whatever criticism and backlash that I get, because that's just kind of what comes with the job. That's what comes with having a platform online. People are going to criticize you. People are going to take your public clips, which, by the way, the stream is fully still up on his channel. You could watch it unedited. Information's all there. It's not like he took it down. We were trying to take it back and re-upload it and try to bring up past things that he, said he doesn't associate with anymore. No, it's still up on his channel. We're gonna go over it. But my personal policy is the more transparent, the more honest you are as a content creator, the less you have to worry about, and the less your viewers think you're hiding stuff. And they've done a really bad job addressing this criticism. So that was the biggest red flag for me right off the bat when I was initially making my video. Of course, it was a very comedic video, and I wanted people to have a good laugh, but I also wanted to share my genuine thoughts and ideas about the topic, which I shared more towards the end of the video. And also just be an informative one as well, because I like making entertaining content. I like a little bit of memery. But yeah, that's my initial criticism about the situation. But now we could go ahead and start going into some of the videos and the original stream itself. So I'm going to go ahead and go into that. Let me go ahead and turn off the music. That way we could hear things just a little bit better. All right. Also, let me see if there's anything here in the live chat. I might be missing a lot of stuff in the live chat, but I do want to ask that, any hate and any just baseless hate or name calling or anything like that, I don't want in my live chat. And if my mods are here, definitely try your best to keep that out of the live chat. I'm not going to be looking at the live chat a whole lot just because I'm going to be trying to go over the videos and everything. But yeah, I did see, I think I got a few donations. Oh, Maddie, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Yeah, if I don't see certain things, guys, it's because I am delving more into the subject matter, but I do appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you guys keeping the chat civil. All right, so this is the stream. Timestamp is 2 hours, 21 minutes, 55 seconds about when he starts talking about his Christian beliefs regarding homosexuality and the LGBTQ community. So here it is. And also the live chat replay is here. It might take a little bit to load, but you're also going to notice something that I didn't talk about in my video, but Nicholas talked about in his. The Grande Gamer was in this stream. The most criticism people are giving have to do, of course, number one, with Ballomatic. And then number two, people like kind of, I would say it's pretty equal. Maybe people are a little bit more critical of PurplePhoenix, but I think it's like the criticism between the Grande Gamer and PurplePhoenix are right around the same. But they've both been very supportive of Ballomatic within this controversy and supporting his views. And we're gonna get into Grande Gamer's video, but you're gonna see that the Grande Gamer is in his chat, and like everyone else in the chat, they're all very supportive of the things that he's talking about, which is kind of crazy. But you know, I attribute most of it to, you know, everyone's kind of agreeing, so then everyone else just kind of agrees because they don't want to look like the odd one out, and then the streamer's saying this stuff, so it's just like, yes, let's agree with my idol, let's agree with the streamer. So that's what I kind of attribute it to, but let's get into the meat itself.
I want to say this right now. I'm just going to give you guys a
warning. Let's give a little bit of context here, because there was a question asked. There's a question asked. Where was it exactly? Sorry, sensitive topic, my bad. Oh, yeah. So, Maddie in the live chat, this was prompted because Ballomatic was already talking a little bit about his personal beliefs and about Christianity and his faith in God, and he was already kind of delving into that topic. He didn't bring up LGBTQ at all. Like, that wasn't where he originally intended the conversation to go. But Maddie Omega in the live chat asked, I've heard stuff about LGBTQ people getting hated on by some Christians. I was wondering where that comes from. Well, you know, I think it's safe to say that Maddie got her answer. So that's what he's responding to.
Just want to say this right now.
Let me put up the quality.
I'm just going to give you guys a warning. I'm sorry if I make some of you upset.
Another thing I do want to note is that, like, when he's first responding to this, he pauses. Like, he thinks about it too.
You know, controversial groups like that. They are on the same level. Both have made mistakes, no matter what. Either way, both of them. I don't understand the judgment that...
No, I think it's a little bit earlier.
I have a lot to say on that.
Okay, so he says he has a lot to say on it, but he says he kind of wants to steer away from it because it's controversial from what I remember.
I have a lot to say on that. I don't know if I...
He doesn't know if he wants to. He's contemplating it.
I don't know. I know we're kind of talking about, like, you know, all the beliefs and stuff. That is a conversation.
Oh wait, turn the stream up? You can't hear it too well. Okay, let me see if... I'll turn it up. Let me know if this sounds better. If it's too loud, if it sounds better. Is that better?
No, you're fine. No, you're okay. I just...
So...
I have a lot of...
He's split. He's like... He knows what he believes. He knows what he thinks about the topic, and he's just like... Do I say it?
That is a very, very hard thing for me to explain.
He's like...
Because I've tried to explain it to people.
And the thing is...
And it just seems like nobody...
He didn't have to explain it on this stream.
It seems like every time I talk about it, I just get pushed away. Because, I swear, Christians are more judgmental than they should be. They should not be judgmental, because guess what? They're screwed up just as much as they are. They're screwed up just as much. I don't care. Christians are just as screwed up as everybody
I find
else.
it interesting. He's saying this, and, you know, I think that's fair to say. I mean, a lot of Christianity is based on the idea that we're all sinful. Also, hi, Neon Arrow. We're all sinful, and also, I hope the audio is better now. We're all sinful. We all fall short of the glory of God, and we're all trying to better ourselves and, you know, connect with Jesus to grow and become better. and he's saying that Christians themselves shouldn't be judgmental of people of the LGBTQ community, because they're sinners as well. But it's a little contradictory because it seems to come out more, and you're going to hear it more, that he does have some strong opinions. And, I brought up the clips in my video as well. But I'll let him speak.
They are on the same level. I don't understand, controversial groups like that.
Okay, this is when
right now,
this is when he's like, he wants to go towards actually stating his opinion, but he's really trying to just like, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a tough thing for me to say, and he knew he was gonna get backlash. So it's interesting how he seems kind of surprised that he's getting backlash.
Give you guys a warning. I'm sorry if I make some of you upset. I may cause some controversy here, but I believe that homosexuality is a sin. I believe it is not okay to have marriage between a guy and a guy and a girl and a girl. I don't think it's okay. I think it's wrong.
Which, a lot of people would just simply disagree with, and there's a lot of people, like especially Christians, who do think homosexuality is wrong and is not right, and yeah, they can make that decision for their life. That's completely fine. And that part, some people may take issue with, but I think people mainly take issue with what he had to say a little bit after this.
Marriage is not of God.
Also, I do want to... so if you look on the side, you see the Grande Gamer, who is another YouTube streamer with a little over 10,000 subscribers. So he does have quite an influence in the Nintendo streamer community. And he is currently in his live chat right now. The first comment he says here is, well, I'll always listen even though I might not know what to say. I'll always respect what anyone says about anything, which is kind of like a nothing take, to be honest. But he actually sounds more supportive of Ballomatic as the stream goes on. And Ballomatic says more of his actual beliefs. But.
There's a but. Just because I believe that is wrong does not mean that I hate those.
So he's saying he doesn't hate people who are LGBT.
For those who do participate in gay marriage, I believe that is perfectly okay.
He has to stop himself because he's like, you can see he's split. He's like, he wants to be supportive because he knows he has viewers who are very much LGBT. And he says, it's okay for you to do it. Wait, no. He's still split. He doesn't know how to address the topic exactly.
But I don't hate them.
It's not okay, but he doesn't hate them.
A lot of people say, "Oh, you don't like gays. Oh, you're bad. Oh, you hate them." No. I didn't say I hate you. I don't like what you're doing.
Okay.
What you're doing is wrong.
And again, that's his opinion.
It's not okay to be married to someone of the same gender. Because the Lord created woman to be with man.
And then Grande also made another comment here. He says, nothing wrong with that at all. I respect it. He doesn't think there's anything wrong with Hunter believing homosexuality is wrong. Marriage between a man and a man and another man is wrong. Or a woman with another woman. So that's Grande's stance as well. That he supports Hunter in that belief that it's wrong.
It says it right there. He created a helper, took his rib. Okay, that's not where the secret exit is. I'm trying to find it. Can't find the secret exit. But just because I do that, I'm not going to be surprised.
He acknowledges that he's going to get backlash.
But I believe it's wrong. Exactly. And that's the thing, is people don't understand. They say, oh, you hate the sinner and the sin. But the thing is that some people do. There are some Christians who hate gay people. Do I? Absolutely not. In no way, shape, or form do I ever hate them. Because guess what? They are a person just as much as I am. They are a person just like any straight person. Just because they're gay does not mean they're a bad person. They're just
there
broken.
it is. He said it. And I think that is the biggest thing that people took issue with here in this stream. First, he says, he's okay with gay people. He doesn't think, doing, gay marriage, all of that. He doesn't think that's right. He thinks it's wrong. He's very firm in saying that. And it's like, okay, you could think that's wrong, but, you still, like, respect people's ability to do it. And, you validate people, like, just want other things for their life. But the thing is, the issue, he says that they're broken. He says that people who are LGBTQ are broken and they need help, which is very invalidating and very stigmatizing. And I think like that's where, for a lot of people, he crossed the line.
They're gay,
just because they're gay does not mean they're a bad person.
They're just broken.
They're broken and need help. I think that was the worst thing he said, personally. I mean, that also paired with something that he said later, but we'll get into that as well. But I think that's the first biggest thing that people just really did not like that he said. Because, say someone comes into his community that says, I'm trans or I'm gay, Hunter is not going to look at that person. He might say, he loves them, hate the sin, love the sinner or whatever. But he's going to look at that person as broken and needing help. And apparently he is the one that needs to help them, to change them, to develop a relationship with them, which, from the Christian perspective, Christian angle, because I know how a lot of these Christian things, because I grew up in a similar community that said the exact same things that he's saying right here, the exact same things. And I knew gay people that went to Christian schools with me and went to church. And the thing is, they'll say, I love you, you're welcome here, all this kind of stuff. And to an extent, that is right. But there is that underlying sense of arrogance that these Christians have when interacting with a person from that kind of a community. And the arrogance comes with, what you're doing is extremely wrong. And you're like knowingly, being gay, you're knowingly being trans. You don't even think that's wrong. Like that, like you're really not, you're not even trying to be a better person. You're not even, and there's a little bit of triggering that goes on in relation to their own personal worldview from that lens. And so when they start with the assumption that a gay person is broken and needs help, that naturally leads to certain systems put in place that will detract from that person's experience and try to kind of shoo it away. And also it's going to lead in their own personal interactions with each other that, hey, you're doing something wrong. I'm kind of, and it's very easy for a Christian to naturally think I'm better than you. And at least I'm trying to have a good, healthy relationship with Jesus. And there's a natural arrogance that is easy to fall into, which I think Hunter is expressing that he himself struggles quite a bit with here. So, thanks for joining the Discord, Super Wario Gaming. Yeah, Savannah said we're twisting what was said, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just be as open and honest as possible here. I'm playing the raw stream clip and giving my honest take. Like, these are kind of difficult conversations to have, but I am very willing to have them, and I'm willing to be open about my personal beliefs, as even though my personal beliefs don't necessarily matter in the grand scheme compared to just like my content, and our content, because like we're here for you guys at the end of the day. Hunter is here for his viewers. Like that's what we're supposed to do. We're creating content that you guys want to watch, and if he's expressing certain things like, gay people are wrong and they need help, then it would make sense that gay people, trans people, would not want to watch him, and that's perfectly fine. I don't think that we should go out of our way to attack him. He's told me that people have been sending very hurtful messages to him, and I don't think that's okay. And I will encourage everyone in my chat not to do that. But it's simply where he stands, and that's the end of it. And he wants to deny it, he wants to cover it up, but it's very important that we have these videos, the video that I made, the video that Nicholas made, the video that everyone made, because he's trying to shy away from it, which I think is not okay. I don't think that's good that he's doing that. I think we should be honest and open, like I said, as content creators, as streamers. That way we don't mislead our viewers. So that's that. That's my own little tangent there. I'm gonna speed it up.
I will just say, that
wasn't easy for him to say, which makes sense.
I didn't think that that's what the stream would turn to, but you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that because it needs
and
to
he
be
likely he shouldn't.
It needs to be said. It is really sad to hear.
And he shouldn't have said it if he didn't want the backlash that he has right now. That it's just plain and simple. He shouldn't have said it. He said it was hard for him to say, and it was good. It was hard for him to say because it's probably something that he shouldn't have said to begin with.
And why these organizations are like the way they are. It's not even regular people. The fact that Christians are the reason that these people are getting worse.
He says Christians are the reason that these people are getting worse. You know, yeah. I mean, not getting worse. I wouldn't put it the way that he puts it, but I would say Christians and their homophobic beliefs and all, like those Christians with those beliefs are the reason why, LGBT people are angry at them and are more likely to do like not good stuff. They might hurt themselves. They might hurt other people because they are instigated by hateful systems and hateful people. And yeah, that's so. I see what he's trying to say there, but I agree with him that Christians, they won't say that they are, but they cause a lot of these issues because they put LGBTQ plus people in a box that is not healthy, and it's not good for their well-being.
LGBTQ is going farther and farther into chaos.
Going into chaos.
I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm gonna put a disclaimer here. I don't know if I'm necessarily 100% correct. I'm just putting my thoughts out. I'm not saying any of this is 100% correct. I'm not gonna claim that. I don't know what the Lord.
He's saying
that's the Lord.
He's not sure if this is 100% correct, but he's still saying it. Okay.
But I just.
I
just feel like Christians are a big reason.
He's talking about Christians being the reason why
the
LGBT. He's not 100% correct. Sure about that, but I'm pretty sure he means that he's 100% sure about everything else he said.
They are, because they're upset because these people who are supposed to be kind and loving and caring are doing this crap. Like, that's what they're doing. And again, there you go. Like the fact that you were able to do that and you were able to still, Jesus hung out with the sinners. He went into their house.
Mm-hmm.
He went into their house.
I've heard that too when Christians talking about this topic.
Jesus did that. Now, did he conform to what they did? Did he believe what they did was right? No. He basically ate with drunkards. He ate with people who were, subject to substances and stuff. Basically, I mean, that's the modern context. But like, that's the same idea. So the fact we should be able to do that stuff too, because we're supposed to live the example that others need to be. So also, I'm in Cloud of VR. Yes, well, actually, it's 10 p.m. right now. It is currently 10, but not too late. Also, Yeoman, welcome. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. You're awesome. Exactly, 90. Exactly. Also, welcome Angel. We're doing well. Let me catch him. Welcome Jackson as well. I did see that as well.
People here's another comment that he's reading from Grande right now. People love to hate. That's the thing. People will pick out something wrong about you, and they'll try to rip you apart for it. We all have our own unique beliefs. That's what makes us all unique. You see, the thing is here with the statement that Grande made is that, yeah, we all have our own beliefs, but unfortunately, sometimes the beliefs that we have hurt people, and they cause us to act in certain ways and say certain things that are directly harmful to the people around us, and that should be acknowledged. I wish that we could all believe that whatever we wanted and it didn't have a negative effect on the people around us, but that's unfortunately just not the case, and this is an example of that. Not all beliefs are equal. Some beliefs are very harmful, and they just simply hurt people. And so what Grande is saying is kind of invalidating of that idea that certain beliefs are harmful and should be spoken out against.
And they'll try to rip you apart. We all have our own beliefs. That's what makes us all exactly. Like, we're not all gonna believe the same thing. We aren't all gonna think the same. We aren't all gonna talk the same.
Which is okay when it comes to liking cheeseburgers over pizza, but when it comes to hating on the way a person lives their life, and especially when it doesn't harm other people, it's a little bit more controversial.
There's like what, 8 billion people.
Individuality, uniqueness, that's a good thing.
That's
a good thing for the most part.
Sorry, that was weird. But you get the point. Like, if there were 8 billion me's in this world, I mean, this world would for one fall apart. But 2 would be very boring. There's a reason why there's unique people in the world.
Yeah, exactly, Kiever. If Hunter apologized, this would be fine, but he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to apologize. He doesn't want to make any statements on it. And I've tried to reach out to him, but I'm banned from his server. I'm blocked by him, and yeah.
Cam, there's a reason why we're having this conversation. There's a reason. You sharing your knowledge and the lessons you know about, so you're saying you don't believe it, but you don't shun people who believe it. Makes me respect you so much because it shows you're humble. And that's what I try to be. Like, I'm not doing this to shame anybody. I'm not doing this to say, oh, you're being wrong, all this crap. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just
there needs to be a change in the world.
There needs to be a change of heart. People are striving for the wrong thing. And that's what I see. And I don't want to see that. I want to see a change. And I'm trying my best. Like, I have so much to change in my life. My gosh, you have no idea. Y'all see only a little bit. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how much I messed up and I need to change. But there's so much. Really crazy.
And here's the thing. He says he wants to make a change. And I don't want to like put words in his mouth or anything, but it almost seems like the change that he wants to make is he wants to, and he brings this up later on too. He says that he wants to, God to change people through him. And that's all well and good, but it seems like he's very interested in the idea of making gay people not gay, making trans people not trans somehow, some way, when it simply doesn't work like that. And he's not going to have a lot of fun trying to do that. And this is evidence of that. This is not going to be a good thing for you, Hunter. This is not, if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to do that, to try to do that, but it's not going to go well for you. It's really not going to go well for you. And he's not even doing that. He's trying to act like this didn't exist, even though he still has it up publicly on his channel. So I don't know what he's trying to say with all of this.
Everyone's beliefs, you may not always agree, but you respect them. Exactly. Never judge anyone by their beliefs, judge them by how they treat people. And that's one way to do it too. You've already had a lot of respect for me, but that's gone even up more after tonight. Hey, and you know what? I appreciate that. Because, I mean, I'm just here, just a guy. I'm random dude.
And yeah, everyone in the chat is being supportive.
I don't want to be the guy who just sits here playing Mario games.
And also, another note. You may notice Maddie, who's in the live chat of this stream, she was there. This was the day that she came out as trans, and she really looked up to Ballomatic as a streamer and as an online personality. And she asked this question that sparked this conversation. I'm not gonna shy away from that. It's there, it's public, and everyone can see it. So I'm just talking about what's publicly available. And it was hard for her. You'll look in the live chat. You see in the live chat, she says, I gained even more respect for you after tonight. She feels very comfortable in this stream. And she's saying that in the live chat. And, I've spoken with Maddie, and that simply wasn't and isn't true. She felt kind of like she didn't know what to say. She was put in a position where, she's watching a streamer that she really loves and she looks up to, and he's saying all this stuff. So she feels like she has to be supportive and kind of say it too. And so that's why it looks like she is agreeing with him. But in reality, this hurt her a lot. And not only this, but in following streams where he continued to misgender her, call her by her dead name. And she made that more and more apparent as time went on, and he never yielded. I will say one thing. He called her by her dead name for a while, and when I showed you that response that I put up that he gave me when I reached out for comment, he did use her the name she goes by now. He used Maddie in that response, so I will give him that at the very least. But he has been using her dead name, which is very disrespectful, for quite a while. So that's something else to keep in mind.
Influence. I want to be the guy who can change people, and not me change people. Mind you, the Lord changing you through me. I'm not the reason this happens, and that's something I have to remember every day. The Lord is here for me. The Lord has put me here for you guys. That's the reason why I'm here, and that's why I'm not even playing gamer now. I'm not even touching the game. My hands are off the controller. Because the game does not matter as much as what I'm talking about right now. So that's why I put the game down. I'm not even touching it. Like, I'm literally not. So let me go ahead and continue what I'm reading here. The way you see it's like how you and your best friend believe in our religions. She's Christian and you're Catholic, yet neither of us hate each other. We have different beliefs, we respect it. Exactly. And honestly, it's a hard thing to do.
Oh, and then another thing Grande said, I already had a lot of respect for you, Hunter, but that's gone up even more after tonight. So Hunter shares his beliefs about homosexuality and his Christian beliefs, and you could see this in a few different ways. You could see this as Grande saying that his respect has gone up for Hunter because he agrees, yeah, homosexuality is wrong, all this stuff. But I don't think that's what Grande's trying to say. I personally think that Grande's trying to say he respects Hunter for being so open, talking about something so controversial, and even like daring to share his opinions like that. I think Grande respects the fact that Hunter was willing to share his beliefs so openly, especially something so controversial. And so Grande's like, man, that's kind of like really cool that you were able to do that. And you were so comfortable and confident doing that. I think that was what Grande was admiring more. But of course, we'll get into Grande's response later.
It's very much easier said than done. It's hard. It really is. It's not easy at all. Like I haven't really talked. It took me. Yeah, I believe in God. Yeah. Whatever. Like I was ashamed. I was like, what are people gonna think of me? Garbage compared to really what's up. I'm trying. There's points where I want to shame people. Guess what?
This is the second big thing that he said that I take great issue with.
Exactly.
Okay, let's slow it down a little bit here. Let's see.
I will say there's a little bit in me that I have to stop myself because I'll be honest, throughout this conversation, there have been points where I've wanted to get angry. There have been points where I wanted to get upset. There's been points where
the whole time he was sharing his beliefs about LGBTQ and the church, why has he wanted to get angry? Why has he wanted to shame people? That makes no sense to me. Like, why is that even a temptation for him? Like does he wake up and is he just like angry at like gay people or homosexuality? The idea, that part confused me because that to me that went beyond just a I think it's wrong what they're doing, but I'm going to respect them and love them. Like that didn't sit well with me when he said that.
Conversation, there have been points where I've wanted to get angry. There have been points where I wanted to get upset. There's been points where I want to shame people. Because guess what? That's my flesh talking. That's me talking.
Yeah, it's coming from him.
That's my mind.
He's upset about it. It seems like he wants, like, if it was up to him, it seems like he would want to shame people, LGBTQ people for their lifestyle. He like, that's a temptation to him. That's what he like, kind of like what his spirit wants to do. But he says, like, it's his Christian beliefs that I'll let him say it.
My mind's telling me to do something else that my heart shouldn't. The Lord's speaking to my heart, but the devil's getting into my head. And I have to try not to let the devil get into my head because otherwise I'm going to be saying the wrong things. And that's not what I want. I don't want that to happen. So, no, you're here, Sean. It's probably just YouTube.
Yeah, so he's basically saying that God and his belief in God is the reason why he doesn't shame and he isn't more hateful towards people, which is a good thing that he doesn't do that, but it still exists within him, which is interesting. It's interesting.
You have so many flaws, and over the years, you've seen what the Lord has done in your life. And exactly, like, it takes time. It's not something that happens overnight, Like, I've lived on this earth almost 19 years, and, like, I have a lot more growing to do. Like, 19 years is not... I mean, it is a lot, but it's also not a lot.
And I think this can be a growing opportunity for Hunter. I really do. But he has to make that choice.
Let me continue. I think chat's being weird. The Lord is always here for your real moment. And guess what, Cam? The Lord's also there for you. I understand that you have family. I understand, your struggles. I understand everyone's struggles. Everyone has that. So the fact that you are able to stay strong, and I want to see that. I want to see you stay strong. I do, because I know your struggle. I know you've kind of talked to me a little bit about it. So Yeah. Look at social media. People like to rip people apart for small things that happened years ago. And honestly, this is why
I don't think he says anything of substance for a while.
3 times work. Like,
okay. Grande says, you know what? You probably will get hated for it, but that's life, sadly. But if those people are that concerned about your beliefs, then they're the ones who need the reality check. Not a good look for Grande. Again, not a good look for Grande at all. If you're concerned about what Hunter's saying in the stream and the beliefs that he's expressing, you're the one that needs the reality check. You need to, you know, why are you upset about him saying that what you're doing is wrong and him saying you need help? Why are you upset about that? It doesn't make sense to me. Huh? So, no, I very strongly disagree with Grande here. I think, yeah, if you're concerned about his beliefs when his beliefs are invalidating another person's experience, yeah, I think that is a thing to be concerned about. I think you have very much reason to be concerned about that, Grande. So, yeah, that was not a good comment from Grande.
Honestly, yeah, and I feel like people like to bring up the past. I'll be honest, I still find myself bringing up the past to myself. Because, I'll be honest, 2023 was not a good year for me.
Oh, and at least Grande acknowledged, he says, you know what, oh no, he didn't acknowledge that he'd get hated. He acknowledged that, never mind. Forget I was saying anything.
What happened that year? From family issues to friendship issues to YouTube issues to everything. And it kind of just tore me apart. I'm just like, one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. It just kept happening. It just kept going down, down, down. And
you know, I'm sorry that, you know,
the fact that y'all are here.
Like, I heard this part of his stream, like after he shared all of his beliefs, and I feel bad in the sense, like, I think he should be held accountable for his beliefs, but I do feel bad in the sense that he expressed this in his stream. His chat supported him, or even like kind of applauding him for what he was saying, and so of course that encourages him to share more about what he believes. And in his eyes, this was a very wholesome moment between him and his chat. And now he's very vulnerable. It's kind of like one of those late night talks with his chat. And this, like, I think from his view, from Hunter's view, this was a very wholesome stream moment for him. So I do feel bad in the sense that what was once very wholesome for him is becoming less that way because of he's actually being held accountable for that. And also he's talking about how he went through some rough times within the last year, and I didn't hear too many details about that, but I did hear about some hate that he was receiving between winter 2023 and 2024, I believe. So yeah, I mean, I feel bad. Any hate that Ballomatic receives, any hate that Hunter receives, like, I feel bad about. I don't want him getting hate. I don't want him getting death threats. I don't want that. I don't want that for him. I want him to grow. I want him to, you know, take the time that he needs and understand why people are upset at him. But I don't want him to be in a dark place. I don't want that for him, legitimately. And I hope that all of you guys feel the same way. I want him to get better and get in a better mental space and think about what he says, think about his influence, think about his actions, and I want him to grow. That's genuinely what I want.
I keep doing this because y'all.
He's getting emotional.
You guys choose to be here. Out of anyone, you guys can watch anyone. There's so many people on this platform, but the fact that y'all choose me is amazing. And I know I talked about it earlier, but like, this isn't like my full-time thing. Like, you know, I have other stuff that I do. So my eyes are hurting really bad because it's amazing to see. He's here. Okay, I just keep pushing. Cam, you know what I'm going to say to you? Don't push. Step back for a second. Like, step back for a second. Don't push yourself. Because if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing through each day, you're just going to stress yourself. Right now, I don't do this. This is something I need to do. Just sit there and close your eyes and just listen to the Lord. Just for like, maybe read your Bible. Something. Just like sit there and just like kind of just calm yourself. Because I feel like it can be very easy to just push through each day. I'll be honest, I do that all the time. And I feel like I find myself stressing more than I should. Like, I can go into, like, you know, things about numbers, about YouTube. Like, I'll be honest. I see other people who get, like, crazy numbers and all that kind of stuff who are getting a lot more support. And honestly, it's amazing.
I think pretty much most of the rest of what he said is just him connecting with his chat. He doesn't really talk about the homosexuality topic that much anymore, but I was watching it again last night, and the gist that I got is he feels really comfortable with his chat right now. He appreciates all the support that he gets. Like, they're the reason why he does what he does. You know, Grande is still being very supportive of him in his live chat. And he says, you know, I didn't expect the stream to go this way, but I think it's good that it went this way. And, you know, okay, there was one thing that I thought was funny that Grande said a little bit later. What was it? Look, Grande says, honestly, you should do a podcast about this. I would love to listen. And then, no, that wasn't it. What I laughed at is, like, right after, I don't know who Sticky the Stickman was, but I don't think he was trying to be this funny, but he goes, okay, a podcast is stretching it. Not being mean, I just don't think that would be a great idea. I was Sticky. I really don't think that would be a good idea for him. I was Sticky here. It's stretching it a little bit. I thought that was just that was I think that was pretty much like the last thing.
Let me continue reading chat here. I know chat's like, don't take care of your life over. Yeah, there's so many times where
and then they're just supporting him. You know, it's very wholesome.
We often, you know, I lost my train of thought, but it was about the addiction.
And you know, they talk about addictions and that everyone matters and everyone in his chat matters. Everyone is important. And it ends in a very wholesome note. In a very wholesome way that, you know, drifted away from that topic. So, you know, he talked about his struggles. Some people in the chat just talked about their struggles. He said they're really comfortable. So that's all good. Like, I like that. I liked the fact that he was wholesome and connecting with his chat, but it does not change the fact of what he said before all of that to spark this very vulnerable, wholesome conversation. Which is very unfortunate. I like the fact that he's having this conversation and that they're all connecting. Okay. This is the last thing that Grande said in his live chat that I was just like, oh my gosh, Grande, you're really not making yourself look good. And there's a reason why you're getting hate for this too, Grande. He tries to act like I was just a guy who was agreeing with everyone else in the stream. We'll get into his video, but that's what he says. He tries to shift blame. But dude, the stuff that Grande's saying, in my opinion, is like some of the worst here. Because he says, yes, if you're getting hate, it means you're doing something right. Absolutely. Not always. Sometimes it means that you're doing something wrong and you should maybe reevaluate what you're doing. You know, I could go commit a crime and people could hate the fact that I went and I committed that crime. And, you know, I was like, you know what? That means I'm doing something good. I'm starting a revolution here. I'm about to shake up the whole world. Let's go commit more crimes. Let's go. Yeah. So again, I don't know what Grande was trying to say there, but that was a really bad comment. I don't know where that came from. No, if he's getting hate for this, it means that there's legitimate reason he's getting hate for this. Which there is. I think some people are there for the meme. Some people just want to hate just to hate and, you know, have nothing better to do with their lives. But there's other people that actually really care and really think there's an issue with what he said. So I'm pretty confident that that's the last thing. I think, again, the rest of it. Grande says they do it because it's wrong in their eyes. It's not normal. I think at least one person here needs to read and understand what I'm saying when I say this. If you're being judged, you are not the problem. They're the ones who need to reevaluate their... that's so out of touch. Because what Grande needs to understand here is that LGBTQ people are the ones that are feeling like they're being judged here. Those are the people that feel like they're being judged. I'm talking about Hunter's comments. I'm not trying to judge his life. I'm not trying to say that Hunter is like ruining his life. Hunter is this or that, and he should be more like Hunter should be more like NintendoNovice. Hunter should be more like me. I'm living the best life possible. I'm living it up. You know, he needs to be like me. No, Hunter's the one saying that like what gay people are doing is wrong and they need to change and they need help. So Grande is saying that, you know, people are judging Hunter. No, Hunter's judging other people, and that's the issue that they're having here. And Grande, he just seems so out of touch with what people are feeling. I think Hunter needs some self-reflection. I think Grande needs some self-reflection. But I'm pretty much done with this stream. Those are the main comments that he said that I take issue with. It was number one, he said that you know, gay people are broken and they need help. And number two, he said that he wants to shame people. He wants to shame LGBTQ people, and it makes him angry. This conversation has made him angry for whatever reason, and he wants to shame LGBTQ people, but he doesn't because of his Christian beliefs. Those are the two main issues that I have with what he said. And then Grande just saying that if people disagree with that, and if people like are gonna give them backlash, then they're the problem. They need to reevaluate their life. And I'm like, it's a little bit gaslighty, Grande. That's a little bit gaslighty. So yeah, it makes sense why people are upset at Grande. I don't understand why he's trying to say. I don't understand why people are coming at me for this. And you know, he's trying to say that people are lying and everything. And then of course, this went on for like 7 months. This was a 7-month thing that just happened and no one talked about it. No one really knew about it. No one really addressed it. There were things that would happen in his streams after the fact where he would misgender people. He would say little offhanded comments like, oh, I really don't support that. I don't want to talk about that. And, you know, there were things like that. But no one talked about it until this YouTube account by the name of Brian Cooley, who I don't know who this is. I do not know who this is. I'm not going to show the screenshot on the stream, but Nicholas Fernero had a private conversation with PurplePhoenix, who's a very good friend of Hunter's, who's also being very supportive of Hunter during this whole controversy, and people have a lot of criticism of her because she's being complicit in this. She simply said Brian Cooley's a troll, and that's what Hunter's been saying too. All these people are saying that Brian Cooley's a troll. He's just trying to cause problems. He's just trying to cause trouble. You know, if you look at his account, this video came out January 22nd, 2025. Let me just open his account in a new tab. But the channel was made January 21st, 2025. So the channel was made a day before the video came out. So obviously it was someone who made a new account, didn't want their identity revealed. Anyone could have made this video. I don't know. No one's given me any information or strong evidence suggesting who made this channel and who made this video. I don't know. But what I do know is that regardless of if they're a troll or if they're like someone who's actually, you know, cares about this topic and thinks that, you know, Hunter should face some sort of accountability, the substance of the video has weight to it and needs to be addressed, regardless of what his intentions were. So that's what I'm more focused on, rather than PurplePhoenix and Ballomatic and them trying to dismiss Brian Cooley as a troll, which, you know, that doesn't really matter. YouTube streamer. So this is the original video that he made, January 22nd. Ballomatic, who has openly shared his hateful homophobic beliefs with his audience. Time to call him out. Despite claiming to be a positive figure, his public statements reveal a shocking disregard for LGBT. Yeah, it does show a disregard. Yeah. I think that's fair to say, with some of his supporters allowing him to make these hurtful comments. They did allow him to make those hurtful comments. They were all very supportive in his live chat. Yeah, that's very fair. We highlighted the disturbing comments he has made. They say we. So potentially a group of people made this video. I didn't pick that up before. And if you believe in equality and standing up to hate, you need to see this. Oh, thanks for the gifted membership, Abid. I appreciate that, man. Also, thanks for joining yourself as well. Thanks for being a channel member. So, you know, and then of course he tags a bunch of people too, which some people found that really annoying. A lot of comments. The video now has over 1,000 views, almost 1,100. When I was looking at it a couple weeks back when I was starting to make the video, my own video, it had 750 views approximately. But he basically just highlights, he compiles some clips.
I'm sorry.
So we already saw this. We already watched the live stream that this came from. We heard this. We didn't hear this one because this was from another stream. But this is him misgendering someone.
May cause some controversy here, but I believe that homosexuality is a sin. And you're talking our Mayro, not the big streamer. Or not the guy, not Nightmare Mario guy.
He says not my, I guess he's referring to someone named Mayro who uses the pronoun she, her, and saying, you know, not that guy. Let me see here.
Our Mayro, not the big streamer. Or not the guy, not Nightmare Mario guy.
Yeah, just basically calling her a guy when that's not how she identifies. And then someone says here in his chat on another stream, today was bisexual day, so I was supporting my colors, which is awesome. That's really awesome. But, you know, he responds with,
today was bisexual day, so I was supporting your... Oh, that's cool.
He's quiet for a little bit. He doesn't know how to respond.
I don't support like that stuff, but I'm not going to discriminate. Like, I don't support the...
He could have just said good for you. He honestly could have just said, I'm happy for you. But he went into more detail. And then, of course, right here, they're showing some of his live chat from that stream that I just showed you. And they're pointing Grande Gamer here. Facts, bro. Praise God. Stay strong in the Lord. Love the sinner, hate the sin. And that goes for everyone. And hate the sin, not the sinner. I can't, bro. I hear that in my nightmares at this point. I heard that a million times just growing up. Oh my gosh. I would always have a question, like, growing up in the church in like Sabbath school or something. I'm like, why do you think homosexuality is wrong? And it's just like, oh, you know, little novice, you know, it's just, you gotta hate the sin, not the sinner. All right, I'm like, okay, 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah, so I heard that a lot. Nothing wrong with that at all. I respect it. Of course, we already saw this, but he's just compiling what we already saw here, mostly. With like 2 additional clips that I don't even know what streams those are from. I don't have the streams linked, and he probably didn't go into any more detail other than what was shown in Brian Cooley's video.
It says it right there in Genesis. Just because
but it looks like whoever's behind Brian Cooley, it looks like it was a team effort. It looked like it was multiple people.
They're just broken and need help.
Okay, let's see what is Brian Cooley's thesis here. What you just said is deeply hurtful and completely inaccurate. Saying that LGBTQ+ people are broken is not only disrespectful. See, that was the thing that most people took issue with. I was the one that brought up the clip. Like, that didn't come from anyone else but me. My video was the one that brought that to light, where he's talked about being angry at gay people. No one was talking about that until I watched the stream myself and I included it in my video. And I told other people about the comments as well. Even Brian Cooley didn't include that in the video. So, but he included some of the other one that I found problematic. Is not only disrespectful, but it's harmful. Being LGBTQ+ isn't something that needs to be fixed. It's a natural and beautiful part of who someone is. Your words contribute to the stigma and pain that so many LGBTQ+ individuals are facing. Religion should never be used as an excuse to judge others. See, and he is judging others, you know? The Grande Gamer was concerned about people judging Hunter, but when in reality, Hunter was the one that was judging others by his comments. So, again, it's really out of touch. The hate the sin, love the sinner argument is harmful because it falsely implies that an LGBTQ+ person's identity is something to be rejected. Yes, 100%. Totally. I mean, no matter how you slice it, you say, you know, hate the sin, love the sinner or whatever, it's still invalidating their lifestyle and what they're doing. I mean, and if someone interprets the Bible that way, you know, fine. You know, that's the way they interpret the Bible and the way that they believe, you know, God wants us to be. It's unfortunate. But the least they could do is mind their own business. That's the least they could do if they really want to just cling to that that outdated belief. And you can't say you don't hate LGBTQ plus people if you still see their identity as not okay or think they're broken. That's not acceptance. That's rejection wrapped in polite language. 100%. He's just trying to be very covert about it. There's no need for help. What's needed is simple, unwavering respect, genuine acceptance, and heartfelt empathy. Yes, preach. Anything less is not enough. Yes. Hear people out. Let them express themselves. Hear their experiences. Because they might be confused, like, why do I feel this way? Why am I experiencing this? You're not them. You don't go what they go through. Me, I said in my video, I'm as straight as they come. I'm the stereotypical straight white male here. You know, I don't get it, but I could still listen. And I could still understand that, you know, people feel things that they might not understand, and they want someone trusted, that they trust to talk about it, and for you to listen and try to better understand their experience so you could be more loving to other people. So, I mean, that's the best thing you could do. So that's, you know, Brian Cooley is spot on. So whether this Brian Cooley guy is a troll or as they're trying to paint him out as, you know, sounds very sincere. There's nothing that screams troll about this. There's nothing that is just like, you know, like putting freaking like Ballomatic's face on like a random character and making him make stupid noises or like calling him names. Like there's nothing like that. So yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. Then after this, Brian Cooley came out with another video. Because he only talked about Hunter, Ballomatic in that video. But in this one, he calls out the PurplePhoenix and the Grande Gamer. I know we've mostly talked about the Grande Gamer. I talked a little bit about the PurplePhoenix at the beginning, very much urging me, don't make this video, don't make this video, and I still made the video. They're both very supportive of Hunter, and they both want to cover up people's criticisms. Both of them. I would say PurplePhoenix is more adamant about it than the Grande Gamer. If anyone has the privilege of being in Ballomatic's Discord server right now, which many people have been banned, myself included, I've talked to many other people who were even just on the fence on this whole topic. They had their suspicions and just still banned them. So, yeah, their server's on complete lockdown right now. They're not even accepting invites into the server. So they don't know what to do here because they want to hide, but they're not able to hide. So yeah, I was banned immediately after I uploaded the video. I was in his server, like even after I asked about comment and they asked me not to make the video and I didn't respond to them. I was in their server the entire time. I would say within the hour that I uploaded my video, I was banned from their server. So they knew about the video almost like right as soon as I uploaded it. Also, another fun fact, I went into both, because the day I uploaded my video and Nicholas uploaded his video, PurplePhoenix and the Grande Gamer were both streaming that day, and as they were streaming, they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know that people were making videos talking about this situation. I went into PurplePhoenix's stream. She was streaming The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and I just started having a normal conversation with her about Twilight Princess. I was saying, I was like, oh man, I always loved the aesthetic of this game. My older brother would always play it when I was little. She was like, oh yeah, I love this game too. And we were talking just normal. I was in her chat. We were just talking normal, like nothing was going on. And then I just left. And then I went to the Grande Gamer stream, and he was streaming Super Mario 64. And they were talking about Taco Bell and how Taco Bell in like Canada is really good or something like that. And then I was like, man, I love Taco Bell. Or they were saying McDonald's was good. I don't know. They were talking about fast food. And I was like, oh, I could really go for some Taco Bell right now. And so we just started talking about Taco Bell. And then I brought up In-N-Out because I live in California and In-N-Out is amazing. And so I just talked about fast food. And it was another normal conversation. They had no idea that I made my video. And then later that night, I tried to join the Grande Gamer's Discord server, and I kid you not, the second I joined his Discord server that night, he banned me the exact second I joined. And I was like, how did you get me that fast? So it's like, I would say that those two are probably going to be my last wholesome interactions with the Grande Gamer and PurplePhoenix, unfortunately. Sad. Very sad. I'd like to be on good terms with you guys. I'd like to talk with you guys, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. Cries. But anyway, he made another video calling out PurplePhoenix and the Grande Gamer.
Ballomatic was exposed for making disgusting, homophobic comments.
Just because they're gay does not mean they're a bad person. They're just broken and need help.
But what's even worse is that there are people defending him. PurplePhoenix and the Grande Gamer. They chose to protect him, and they're also actively trying to censor and cover up what really happened so no one finds out the truth. First, PurplePhoenix. Instead of condemning Ballomatic for his harmful comments, she continued associating with him and even streamed with him. Her actions speak volumes. Rather than holding him accountable.
And not only that, of course, you know, she's not as easy to call out as Grande Gamer. Honestly, there's more like public stuff out against Grande right now than PurplePhoenix. But if you associate with them on Discord and you talk with on DMs, she honestly says more than Ballomatic. Ballomatic doesn't even want to talk about this stuff, but she defends Ballomatic to the T. She says she tries to dismiss people as lies, trolls, and she says, "Oh, don't listen to them. Oh, you're just a troll. You're just a hater." You know, Ballomatic's great, so she's much more adamantly supporting Ballomatic than Grande. And then again, I showed you the screenshot where she said, "Please don't make the video. You understand not to make it, right?" And then I immediately left and I made the video. So I would say that in terms of like directly supporting Hunter, PurplePhoenix is a lot more guilty than Grande, even though, of course, Grande is very supportive and, you know, he has a big audience. And so that's something I have to say about PurplePhoenix. PurplePhoenix has not made any public statements, nothing on her channel. You'll find nothing nowhere about her. Grande Gamer made a response, which we're going to watch right after this one.
Stood by him. By defending Ballomatic, PurplePhoenix made it clear that protecting someone who spreads hate is more important than standing up for what's right. Next, the Grande Gamer. Supposed to be a community leader promoting positivity, yet when it came to taking action against homophobia, he chose silence. He never banned Ballomatic, and he continues to allow both him and PurplePhoenix in his community. That's not leadership, it's complacency with hate. When it mattered most, the Grande Gamer stayed quiet. This is someone who claims to lead a positive community but refuses to act when it's needed the most. Silence about hate is complicity. The truth is, silence is complicity. Ignoring or defending homophobia shows where priorities lie. PurplePhoenix and the Grande Gamer chose to let hate continue unchecked. This isn't about defending one individual's words, it's about the message they send by not standing against bigotry. The ball is now in PurplePhoenix and the Grande Gamer's court. Either take action and cut ties with Ballomatic, or continue to show everyone where their true loyalty lies. It's time for everyone to demand that they take immediate action and stop protecting hate. If they refuse to act, everyone will see exactly what they stand for.
Yeah, totally. And PurplePhoenix didn't act. You know, she was streaming the day that we uploaded videos. She's since uploaded another video on her channel. She uploaded one today and hasn't addressed anything. Acts like nothing's going on. They're all, like, publicly, they're all acting like nothing's going on. Like, business as usual. I noticed Ballomatic uploaded a YouTube short yesterday, but he has not streamed since everything has happened. And honestly, I don't know if he's going to stream for a while. I think that he's nervous too. You know, honestly, I don't know about PurplePhoenix or the Grande Gamer if they're going to stream for a while either, just because of everything that's come out. You might see them upload videos on their channel, but streaming because of the live chat feature, and people could show up and say stuff, and it'll, you know, stuff may come out on camera live. I don't, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see any of them streaming for a while. Oh man, this is a big fat chungy wungy nothing burger. Let me just tell you this right here, right now, folks. I don't know how the Grande Gamers managed to create the longest response out of everyone, but say the least out of anyone. I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna go through this whole 23 freaking minute, 23, almost 24 freaking minute video, and you're gonna see in real time how the Grande Gamer says a bunch of words with no meaning at all. It's honestly, it's hard to watch.
Hey everyone. So the fact that I have to make this video is absolutely ridiculous. I hate that I have to do this.
Also, the quality is not
This is
that good.
something
It's max 720p. That's doesn't matter all that much, but I just thought it was interesting.
I've been contemplating for quite a while now.
Okay, he has 77 likes, so
And-
you know he obviously he's very beloved. He has a lot of support. He's been doing this for a while, so he has a lot of people backing him. 841 views. That's like, hey, he has more views than my response. He uploaded a little earlier, but yeah, of course, like a day earlier. But he has 10,000 subscribers. He has a lot of people supporting him. You'll see that in the comments as well. Someone even donated $100 to this video, which is absolutely crazy. Anyway, I'll get into the video.
it's kind of something that has to happen. So I have a little script.
He made a
over here.
script.
If you see me glancing over, it's because I have
Say
some notes
nothing.
here because I want to make sure I don't forget anything. Because I'm very annoyed. I'm very annoyed. I'm very upset, and I'm kind of hurt, honestly. So this is not going to be the usual video for me. That you guys might actually see kind of a different side of me that usually does not show in my content because I like to be positive, right? I don't want to be negative. I don't want to bring up any drama or anything. But there's just there's some stuff that needs to be said right now. There is. So I've always prided myself on being 100% transparent, and that's what I'm doing here. That's why I'm making this video. So this is kind of me owning up to that, right? Because I always do like being open. I like being transparent. So that's what I'm doing with this video. So just a warning here before we get started. We're going to be getting
He
into
says he's going to be open
nitty-gritty stuff.
No, okay. I'll keep going.
There's going to be some pretty big topics here, and for those of you who've been in the community, you might know about it. Maybe you don't. I don't know. So basically, there have been some rumors going around about me for a while, and I just assumed that it was going to be just like a typical silly rumor. It would fade away eventually, but no. In fact, they continue to get worse. So that is what this video is about. There's two major topics I'll be covering in this video. So this is my thought process. Now, what I will say, maybe I'm in the wrong for not making this video sooner. Maybe I should have done this sooner. If this is all my fault, then I'll own up to it. Okay, maybe I should have made this video sooner. I don't know. So like I said, I thought these rumors would just fade away, but nope, they continue to run rampant.
So he wouldn't have made a response
worse.
If people weren't as vocal as they were about talking about this. So the only reason he made a response was the fact that everyone was talking. Brian Cooley made his videos. People showed up in his chat. People were showing up in Ballot's chat. That is the only reason he made this video. Otherwise, he would have just turned a blind eye and not have said anything.
So I thought my silence would be enough, but clearly it's not. So it's time to put an end to this. So the first thing I want to talk about, now before we get started here, another thing, I will not be mentioning any names. I will not be showing any screenshots or any of that because I want to protect people's privacy. Unlike some people. There are videos out there with my name. Screenshots. It's public. Anybody can see it. I have nothing to hide. It's all out there. Okay? So a while back, and I mean a while back, this was like probably a year ago.
About 9 months ago now, I think.
Beliefs that he had on his stream, and they weren't the popular choice, right? Now, like I said, I'm not going to say the streamer's name because I want to protect people's privacy.
I don't get what he's trying to say about protecting people's freaking privacy. Like legitimately, it's public. I mean, I get it. He probably doesn't want any more hate coming to Ballomatic's way. But at this point, by him saying less, by not saying like exactly what happened, he's not choosing not to say anything at all. You see, it's public. Like he's not protecting any. Like, if anything, Ballomatic's not protecting his own privacy by keeping it public. But yeah, that's just me.
So in that stream, everyone in that chat, and I mean everyone in that chat, including myself, we all agree with what they were saying. The streamer, every single person in that chat.
So he's saying that everyone in the chat was agreeing with what Hunter was saying, which is a fair argument to make. It's a fair statement to make. But he's also putting himself on the same playing field as who is that guy? Sticks the Badger or something like that? Stickman McGee? Like he's putting himself on the guy that was like, oh, I don't know if you should make a podcast, bro. Gotta love Sticky. But he's putting himself on the same playing field as just any other random YouTube viewer. When if you look just down at right next to his icon, I see a number that says 10,300 subscribers. Which is quite a bit of subscribers. So, yeah, it's not the same. Number one, you know, he has a big influence. He has a big community. So the stuff that he says is going to be taken with a lot more weight than what anyone else has to say. And the stuff that he said in his stream was pretty crazy to me. So he's trying to say that, you know, I'm just another guy that was just following the crowd, just saying what everyone else was saying. I don't know why you're attacking me. Look at me. I'm just a guy with a blue shirt in my room. You know, it's nothing. He's saying nothing. He's deflecting.
What the streamer said, including myself. Okay. So I've always believed, if you guys know me at all, I support everyone. Okay, I do. That's just my I support
everyone. People who are being attacked by someone else's beliefs and judged by someone else's beliefs. You don't seem to support them.
Because I just believe, like, it's a right to believe what they want to believe, right? Now, yes, there are some things that cause harm and stuff, but we're not going to get into that too much.
That is exactly the point of this. He just said exactly what the point of it is. Good job, Grande. He just said exactly what the problem is. He said that it's like some people's beliefs cause harm, but we're not gonna get into that because that's not. Oh, that's the point. That is the freaking point, bro. You're missing the point. Yo, what's up? Oh, Will's here. Oh, what's up, Willotillo?
So what ended up happening?
Wait, I want to hear that again. I want to hear him say that again.
That's not the point of this. Believe what they want to believe, right? Now, yes, there are some things that, because I just believe, like, it's a right to.
Yeah, people can believe whatever they want to believe, but they should be able to face the consequences of said beliefs, which you're not going to talk about.
Now, yes, there are some things that cause harm and stuff, but we're not going to get into that too much. That's not the point of this. So what ended up happening was there were some videos, some public videos that came out about said streamer, right? And it's public, again, it's all public, anybody can search it, anybody can find it. There have been videos that have multiple content creators tagged in the description, so like they're trying to...
So if he wants to protect privacy, why is he mentioning that there's a lot of videos on it? I don't know, he's kind of flip-flopping all over the place.
And people have left his community because of it, and it's sad. And the one thing I don't understand is that people, they will see something and they will hear something about somebody, but they won't go to the source. Even if it's somebody that's known them for years. And I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. That's like me, like if I have a really good friend I've known for 10 years, right? And I hear something about them, it's like, oh, well, I guess that's true. I'm not going to talk to them anymore. That doesn't make any sense to me. And again, call me crazy, but I would want to go to the source. I would want to find out, well, what the heck's going on? Like, is it
sure?
True? You know what I mean? Because I care.
And here's something that I will say, and Nicholas Fernero mentioned this in his response too. You're about to go to a Smash tournament? Okay, good luck, Will. Go get him with Pokemon Trainer. Everyone wish Will good luck in the chat. Let's hope he wins, or at least gets a high placement. Give me a sec. Okay, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, go to the source. Okay, Nicholas acknowledged this in his video. He acknowledged the fact that a lot of, you know, people who were Ballomatic's friends, Nicholas was Ballomatic's friend, did not go to Ballo initially. They saw Brian Cooley's video, and they chose to not associate with Ballomatic's community any longer. And, you know, he admitted to that. And, you know, perhaps, yeah, they should have reached out to him, especially as a friend. I think that's a fair criticism of Nick and all of them. Of course, I wasn't wrapped up in, you know, what went down there. I was kind of, like, I'm involved, but not really. Like, I know Nicholas. We go way back. I've actually known Nicholas even before Ballomatic knew Nicholas. And I know a lot of other people here, but Nicholas is much more involved with these people than I am. But, yeah, I think Nick should have gone to him, but also at the same time, I don't think it would have changed anything because, again, Ballomatic made his beliefs very clear. I mean, what was Nicholas just going to ask Ballomatic? Is it true that you think that gay people need help and homosexuality is wrong? And he's just going to say, yeah. And then Nicholas is like, okay, bye. I mean, I don't know how the conversation would go. I think he could have gotten more understanding, potentially. But I get from the sense of like a friend standpoint, maybe, you know, I think that's fair to say. You know, if you're good friends with someone and you disagree with them about something, you should talk to them about it. I think that's a fair point that Grande mentioned, and I think that Nicholas and all the other people that chose to leave Ballomatic server, they should have talked to him. At the very least, say, hey, I know we're friends, but I don't feel comfortable being friends with you anymore because of this said reason. I think that would have been a good idea, but at the same time, it doesn't change what happened and what was said. So I will give Grande that. I think that's a very, very important, valid point, and I know Nicholas talks about it in his video too, briefly.
Find out, well, what the heck's going on? Like, is this true? You know what I mean? Because I care, because I want to know. But again, maybe that's just me. I don't know. So again, going back to the stream here. So people have left his community, and like I said, everybody in that chat, every single person in that chat was agreeing with what they're saying, including myself, right? So because I was one of the many ones who agreed with them, my name has been getting slandered a lot.
Wait, he says he agreed with Ballomatic.
Like I said, everybody in that chat, every single person.
He's bringing it up again. That makes no. That doesn't matter. You have 10,000 subscribers. Sticky McGee has 1. Okay.
Myself, right? So because I was one of the many ones who agreed with them, my name has been getting slandered a lot.
I wouldn't say it's slander. Like, I'd say it's pretty accurate.
So let me explain this as clear as I can. Okay, I'm looking directly into the camera. LGBTQ, I do support everyone in the LGBTQ community. Okay, okay.
He supports you. That's his statement.
Never said at any point in my life that I do not support those people. I never have, I never will, because that is false. Okay. And like I said that directly to the camera. And I have people on my mod team who are a part of this as well. People are aware. People know. Like I said, it's public videos. There are multiple content creators in the community who are being tagged in the videos. It's all out there. It's public. There's nothing for me to hide. So, religion is not something I ever talk about on the channel, but I'm Catholic. Okay. And basically, I'm a lover. I love everyone. I care about everyone. And again, I never talk about religion on my channel ever for good reason, but I choose to love others as Jesus did. I love everyone. That's just who I am. So like I said, I do stand strongly with the LGBTQ community. I do.
He stands strongly with you. Okay.
So these lies gotta stop. They have to. Because it's been destroying me mentally. Waking up every day, looking at my mentions, and just seeing videos, just ripping me
I mean,
apart.
I could go back to all those things that Grande said in Ballomatic's live chat, and it goes completely against what he's saying right here. Because he said things like, what was it? If people take issue with your belief, the belief that Hunter's stating, if people take issue with him saying that gay people are broken and they need help, if people take issue with that, they should reevaluate their own life. So him saying that he supports the LGBTQ community, but then also saying, no, you need to reevaluate yourself too if you have a problem with someone not supporting you. No. And he said, you know, he said things like, I completely agree with you, Ballomatic, da-da-da-da-da. He even just said it here in this video. He said that he agreed with the streamer and what he was saying. But you can't. You cannot support the LGBTQ community, Grande. You might want to say it. You might want to sugarcoat it and just say, like, I love you. You know, you might think this is Barney and we could all just hug each other and love each other. But it still doesn't change the fact that what was said was said. You supported it. You agreed with it. And you said that people who take issue with it should reevaluate themselves. And the problem's more on them. So, my assessment from everything that I've been given is that in this case, no, you're not an ally. You're not supporting the LGBTQ community. No, you may say that in this video, but you're not showing it right now. Especially by not acknowledging what actually happened, what was said, and going in. You know, you said you don't want to go into it, but that's exactly what you needed to go into here, and you simply did it. You didn't. You didn't go into it. Also, Lil Ball of Fun. It's good to see you in my live chat. I was actually gonna show your video in my stream as well a little bit later because you brought up a really good point, which I talked a little bit about, but I felt that the way that you shared it in your video was very, it was a very good way of articulating it. So I was gonna go over your video as well a little bit later.
is kind of scary is the fact that people believe the rumors.
People believe what rumors? What rumors? They're not rumors. They're very substantiated claims with evidence, with a public stream, public videos. It's all out there. Are you going to say that they're rumors and lies, Grande, when it's all there? And you're just, you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to go into it. You know, you said there's times where beliefs can be harmful to people, but that's not what this is about. That's not the point. We're not going to go into it. That's exactly the point, and exactly the point that you're avoiding. And with this whole Nothing Burger video, it's not even an apology. It just says it's time to set things straight.
Now, again, going back to what I said earlier, should I have made this video sooner? Should I have said something sooner? Yeah, probably.
You're still saying nothing now.
Probably.
He's still saying nothing now.
But I also always say it's better late than never, right? Because, like I said, I just thought these would be like silly rumors.
Silly rumors.
But no.
He thinks this is silly. Okay, my video is a little bit silly, but as a whole, this is actually kind of serious, and it has serious implications for people. I mean, he's showing a little bit of his true colors of how he actually feels about this situation by using that what is it? By putting it down like that.
No, they're getting worse every single day. And what prompted me to do this was I just did a live stream right before this video. I went to raid somebody, and then they went into their chat, and they were attacking me in their chat. And I'm sick of this. Mm-hmm. I'm so sick of this. Now, I know some people are going to say, oh, they're just trolls, don't worry about them. No, these are people that are full on attacking me, and I'm over it.
Yeah, if people are actually attacking you, if people are actually insulting you, giving you threats, all this kind of stuff, that's bad. But from what you're saying, it doesn't sound like that's what you're talking about. It sounds like you're equating people attacking to you. You're equating criticism with people attacking you, which is, in my opinion, not the same thing. It's criticism. It's important for people to criticize each other, to hold each other accountable. And for you, as Ballomatic's friend, you should say, hey, Ballo, calm down, man. I don't think that was cool of you to say. You could still be friends with him. You guys could still get along. If you want to talk about all this love and acceptance stuff, that's great. You could have that. But you still got to hold each other accountable because, in my opinion, that's what true caring friends do. That's what people who care about each other do. You hold each other accountable and you call each other out.
It's not about having thick skin. It's not, like I said, it's not about trolls. It's constant. It's over and over. And like I said, people who I really cared about have left my community, and I don't talk to them anymore.
No, they're not rumors.
And again, in a way, I don't blame them because it's like I haven't said anything about it.
And this is worse.
This has to stop.
You're making yourself look worse.
So like I said, going back to what I said, I believe, okay, maybe I'm wrong for saying this.
Here.
Maybe I'm wrong for saying this. But I do believe everyone has a right to believe what they want to believe. I do. We may not all agree. We can't all agree on everything. That's just not how life works,
fair.
Right? I wish life was that simple, but it's not. So like I said, I feel like everyone deserves the right to be heard and respected. I do. Because it's not worth time and energy to be making these ridiculous videos every single day, just attacking. It's not just me. It's not just happening to me. It's been a lot of me. But I'm over it. I'm honestly over it. And again, it's not about having thick skin. It's not about being sensitive or whatever. But this is people full on attacking me, and it's got to stop.
Criticizing you.
So just kind of
that's what comes with having a platform on the internet, Grande, especially with 10,000 subscribers. People are going to criticize you. People are going to attack you. You're going to get harmful comments. I mean, yeah, I've gotten harmful comments in the past. Am I gonna say that they didn't affect me? No. At times they affect me. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, that's just a stupid comment, whatever. But sometimes like, damn, how did someone think to say that about me? And it was hurtful and harmful. But that's what I sign up for. I'm a content creator. I know people are going to hate on me. People are going to attack me. I know I'm going to say at least one thing that one person on planet Earth is going to take grave issue with. And they will probably react negatively to that. And that's okay. You know, if you're by going with your logic, people have their beliefs. And, you know, people should be able to express those beliefs. I'm expressing my belief. I'm expressing my opinion right now. Is this okay, Grande? Or is this attacking you? Is this constant? Is this attacking you? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to this.
Back to the streamer. Yeah, I do support what they believe in. Am I wrong for saying that? Maybe. Maybe I am. I don't know. Like, sorry if I'm wrong for saying that. But like I said, I will make this very clear once again. I do support the LGBTQ community. I support everyone in it. I support their beliefs. I do. But again, going back to that streamer, that chat, every single person in that chat was agreeing with what they were saying. They were all supporting the streamer.
Surprised the video wasn't sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, that would have made it better, honestly. That would have been a much more entertaining video with Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. I don't even know what I'm watching right now.
I don't know. And it kind of goes back to what I said. Like, I've always seen myself as kind of an easy target because I don't do anything about it. Well, this is me finally doing something about it because I'm over it. I'm honestly over it. So, the gaming community honestly has become just really toxic. It has. I'm sorry to say it, but it has. This is supposed to be a platform where I just
the internet can be toxic. I mean, what else is new, man? I mean, have you been like known about since the infancy of the internet with 4chan and lolcows and I forget what's that? There's a website dedicated to lolcows and everything and just making fun of people. But ever since the birth of the internet, it's been toxic. You go online, you're gonna find toxicity. It's just it's how things are. You know, you want to come on here, you want to play games. Good. You could chill and you could play games. You don't have to stream it. You don't have to make videos on the internet. The moment that you bring in a third party is the moment that you risk criticism or hate or backlash. So sure, you could go stream Super Mario 64 and, you know, people are going to come into your live chat and say, you know, they say something you don't like. You could ban them. You could totally do that. But just like you're saying that they shouldn't do that to begin with. I don't know what you're trying to say. I mean, I guess you're trying to say that maybe you don't want to do YouTube anymore. You don't want to do gaming. Because if you keep doing YouTube or keep having a platform outside of gaming, you're going to find yourself in the exact same spot, Grande. Sooner or later, you're going to find yourself in the exact same spot where someone's going to call you out for something. Someone's going to slander you or whatever it is. And it's just going to happen. It happens in the gaming space, happens in the religious space, happens in every space, the political space, whatever space. It happens. It's going to happen sooner or later. It's unfortunate, but it's just an inevitability.
Games and have fun. None of this silly nonsense and drama and rumors, this shouldn't be happening, but it does. And I know it's going to keep happening. I know it's life. It's how life is.
Okay, he acknowledges how life is, but it's ridiculous. I mean, it's how life is. Just accept it and just move on, Grande.
It's become a place where people just attack one another, and it's not okay. Like, again, I get it. Like, you have this large platform, you got a bunch of people, a bunch of different kinds of people who disagree on things. I know it's going to happen.
Okay, he acknowledges it.
It's life, it's social media, I get it. But I'm just here to play games and have fun. That's all I'm trying to do. But it's been kind of hard lately.
Play games, have fun, don't stream. It's as simple as that. Play games, have fun, don't stream it, don't make videos. You can do that. But if you want to avoid all this hate, all this criticism, do that in the comfort of your own home. But if you want to keep being a streamer, if you want to keep being a YouTuber, embrace it. This is going to happen. It's what it comes down to, man. I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, this nonsense. I've had times where very recently, I thought about stepping away from the gaming community because it's so much drama. It is insane. And I know it's not something that's ever going to be fixed. I know that. I know it's wishful thinking, but it's ridiculous. Like, we're just here to play video games. Like, why? Why are people like this? I don't get it.
It's not crazy. They have legitimate criticisms. Don't call them crazy. Don't call it crazy. Yeah, again, he's out of touch is the best phrase that I could use to describe Grande. He doesn't get it. He's out of touch. He really doesn't get the implications of what he's saying.
And I know there's people that, something I do want to make very clear here, I know there's people that like live for drama. Like, I know. But here's what I think about that. So like, I'm not going to sit here and attack people or slander them or ever do any of that. Like I said, I haven't mentioned a single name in this video, and I won't. I want to help those people because people that do that are going through something. They are. That's why they do it. They're trying to hide something, whether it's, I don't know, insecurities, they're going through some kind of like struggle.
Oh, also real quick, I see Matthias, the Iggy Koopa, is in my live chat. I wanna give a quick shout out to Matthias, the Iggy Koopa, because he reacted to my video on his YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen that, you could definitely check out his reaction on his YouTube channel. He's in our live chat right now, Matthias, the Iggy Koopa. So I just want to say thank you for reacting to my video, man. I really appreciate the support.
And if they're not dealing with something, then I don't know. I really don't. But I want to help them. I know, call me crazy. It's like, well, people are attacking you, but you want to help them? Yeah, I do.
And if a mod wants to link his reaction in the chat, feel free to do that too. I don't mind.
Well, call me crazy. It's like, well, people are attacking you, but you want to help them? Yeah, I do. I really do. Again, my brain works. It's very different. It's very unique the way it works. So call me crazy for saying that, but there you go. So that topic's all done, okay? Now the second topic I want to talk about, while being on the topic of toxic.
See, and he goes into another thing that is completely unrelated to Ballomatic, and honestly, I don't even really want to go into this because this has to do with someone he's dating right now, and it's a little bit more personal, and I guess people are making rumors about this person. Honestly, like, this one is like, I don't want to talk about this because, like Like I honestly, if this guy's dating someone and he's happy, like I want them to just be happy. I don't like. I'm not interested in trying to stir up drama regarding his relationship with this girl. I'm really not. But he brings it up in this video, and so there's like this whole portion of the video. But I think he does talk a little bit more about the Ballomatic situation towards the end. But I really don't want to talk about him and his girlfriend.
Again, maybe I should have said something about this. People will see something, they'll hear something, they'll just automatically. But if you guys just took a minute or two to really get to know Karen, and obviously I'm not going to get into the details because that's private stuff that doesn't have to be public. She's been through so much pain.
She's been through pain.
So, not even kidding. I would never do that to her. To some people, it's not okay.
Honestly, he's a lot more specific talking about this situation with his girlfriend than with Ballomatic, which is kind of sad. Because I feel like this should be something that's a little bit more private. That's my opinion, but it is what it is.
He hung out. That's what happened. Have very strong morals, and neither of us would ever think to do anything like that. She does not need that. Her life is so hectic, and like I said, if you know, to the people who have started those rumors, if you would just take a minute to get to know her, this has to stop. Has to. And I'm just gonna sum it all up by saying this: there's no proof of anything. We live in a society now where anything you say will get taken out of context and used against you. Just like this video I'm making here.
You don't think his age is really relevant? I saw something in the chat and I thought something came up, but no.
I know that this video is going to get used against me, but here's the thing. I'm in a position now where I can't win. You know what I mean? Because I've been silent about it for so long. And now it's like, oh, what took you so long to make this video? Well, I already explained that. I thought it would just be silly rumors. I thought they would die out eventually, but no. In fact,
they are getting worse.
And it's got to stop. Has to. So just a quick recap. I do support everyone. Yes, that does include the LGBTQ community. I always have, I always will. Never said that I haven't. Never said that to anyone. But at the same time, I do support somebody who doesn't believe it in PQ community. So just a quick recap.
Let me slow this down just so I could hear him a little bit better.
Yes, that does include the LGBTQ community. I always have, I always will. Never said that I haven't. Never said that to anyone. But at the same time, I do support somebody who doesn't believe it in. Now again, going back to that streamer, that chat, everybody in that
He's
chat
saying this for like the third or fourth
that.
time in this video. You've said that already, man, and it's a mute point.
But I'm the one that gets attacked. And I'm over it. I'm sick of it. And again, with Karen, I did not ruin her marriage.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about your girlfriend's marriage.
They don't know her at all. They don't know what she's been through. So
I'm sorry about that one, honestly. Like legitimately, I feel bad about Grande and the rumors that are going on about him and his girlfriend. I really do feel bad about that, but that doesn't detract from the other part that I am concerned with.
Just directly into the camera. If you're one of these people who have believed in the rumors, who spread the rumors, who started the rumors, I want to help you.
What do you mean you want to help them? Okay. Superiority complex much? Okay, like, what is he trying to say? People who are talking about the rumors, people who are started the rumors, sharing the rumors, he wants to help them? What do you mean you want to help them? Just address what their concerns. You don't need to help them. You're not superior to them. I don't know, like, that comes across kind of judgy. Condescending.
Started the rumors. I want to help you. I do. Because I know you're going through something.
Knows. Yeah, we're going through this. We're going through the things that Ballomatic said.
You might not know it, but you are.
Oh no, I take that as him alluding that he agrees with what Ballomatic said. They're broken and they need help. It sounds very similar. I don't think you support the LGBTQ community. I think you're using similar language that Ballomatic used, and you're basically saying that these people need help.
That's why people do stuff like this. So, enough is enough. This has to stop, okay? I'm just so sick of waking up every day and seeing the
Okay,
same stuff
Grande. I'll stop. I'll stop, Grande.
over and over again. That's it. Just, this is where it ends, okay? That's all I can do. I've been completely 100%
No, you haven't.
transparent always.
No, you
I
haven't.
always have been. So, that's pretty much it. My hope is that this community gets kind of a reset on kindness, because it's beyond ridiculous at this point. So, that's pretty much it. I hope something I said makes sense today. And thank you for watching.
So, okay,
Hey,
something he said today does make sense. And the only thing that did make sense to me was when he said that Nicholas and other people, well, he didn't say Nicholas's name. He said that people should reach out to other people when they have an issue with them. To me, that was the only thing that made sense that he said today. I don't know, like the stuff about his girlfriend and all of that, that could have made sense. I don't want to talk about that. He brought that up. I don't even want to touch that, because if he's happy with his girlfriend, I hope that they continue to be happy. I don't want to bring her into this or any of that. But that's the only thing that made sense out of everything that he said. Yeah, that was the only valid thing I'd say. Everything else was it was a big nothing burger. I don't know why he took 24 minutes to say all of that. He repeated himself a lot. He said a lot of the same points. And I think the worst point that he made was saying that the people talking about this need help. So first, Ballomatic says gay people need help, and now he's saying that people supporting gay people need help. But also, he supports gay people. Make it make sense. Yeah, so this is actions speak louder than words. That's all I can say here. And he can't play both sides. He wants to play both sides. He wants to try to act like there's no issue here and that it could all just be solved by saying I support everyone, when in reality that just unfortunately isn't the case. You know, I wish it could be the case, Grande, but this is a valid issue and we need to talk about it. And you said at the beginning of the video that you don't want to talk about it. You said that's not the point. I don't want to get into that. When you completely missed the actual point. So that's all I have to say about that. That's pretty much it about Grande. You know, there was some stuff about his girlfriend Karen. You know, she was very hurt by things going on online. Could have been related to the Ballomatic thing, but also could have very well been related to the rumors about her and Grande. I don't think I want to go into detail about that, just because, again, I want to steer away from anything attacking Grande's relationship with her. They seem very happy. I want them to continue to be happy and have a great relationship together. And yeah, she said something about like, oh, people need to grow up and stop talking about this. She could have been referring to people talking about the Ballomatic situation, but also just people spreading rumors about her too. It's kind of hard because he's kind of putting both of these things in the same video, which I think there's a very clear distinction about. And he kind of grouped them into one video, and it made it a little awkward. Like, I really don't want to talk about this, but that's just kind of what ended up happening. I don't even go after Karen. Don't get her involved in this. I think she has a YouTube channel too, but I don't want to attack Grande's relationship, or like, that's his personal life. That has nothing to do with his content creator life. So I don't want to delve into that at all. They're very different situations, putting them together to confuse the viewer. Yeah, unfortunately, Grande has never and will never take action or accountability for anything. The only way to get him to do anything is with harsh reality, or he does nothing. Yep. Oh, thanks again for the 5 gifted memberships, Abid. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, look at that. Grand Star Luigi is a member now. Bacon, Shadow Bones. What's up, guys? Y'all are members. Yo, Speedy Max. I feel like I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Man, I'm so happy that you guys are here, and I'm happy to be back on YouTube. I really miss this. Of course, I'll go back into the subject matter, but I'm really happy to be here, and I'm excited to create more content and have more streams. And for those of you who aren't very familiar with me, and I'm NintendoNovice. I love to meme. I love to play games. I love to laugh and have fun with my audience. But something that's very important to me, and you could see this from when I started my channel like 4 years ago, I was never afraid to talk about difficult topics, especially when it's related to the communities that I'm a part of. As very soon after I started my YouTube channel, I talked about all of the sexual assault allegations going on in the Smash Brothers Ultimate community when that was happening, and that made me really sad because I looked up to some of those people, but me, unlike people in this situation, I agreed that they needed to take accountability. Also, Phantom Flame, thanks for the $1 donation, Canadian dollar. I appreciate that. My full return is April 1st, even though I've pretty much returned already, but I'm moving and I won't have any content until April 1st after this. So, but like I said, if you love Nintendo, if you love memeing, having a good time, being in a loving, supportive community, and someone who's not afraid to have these tough conversations, I understand some people might be uncomfortable with them, and that's okay. But if you do like to have conversations like this and talk about these difficult topics openly, honestly, where we could actually discuss them and talk about our views, and you disagree with me, I just disagree with you, and that's okay. At a certain point, beliefs will conflict, and that's just a reality. But I never like to shy away from that stuff. So that's just a little bit about me. And I know I'm like doing like my introduction. How far into the stream is this? But for those of you who have been watching this whole time that aren't as familiar with me, it's almost 2 hours into the stream. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. If you have no idea who I am, yeah, feel free to look at my channel, look at my track record. I've said some controversial stuff, but yeah, I'm not afraid of it. I'm not shy. Now we get to Nicholas's response. My friend Nick. I've known this guy longer than probably most of you who know Nick in my live chat. He had less than 1,000 subscribers when I met him. Honestly, he might have even had only 100 subscribers when I met him. We met him through a mutual who was trying to help us both give us advice to help both grow our YouTube channels, and we met him through, I think, different means. And so, man, have we known each other for 3 years? I think we might have known each other for 3 years, maybe 4 at this. I don't know. We've known each other for a while, more than most people have known Nicholas online. So we're never like super close, but we were always chill with each other, and we always just talked every now and then. So I knew him way before Ballomatic, any of those people. It's been 3 years. Okay, yeah, it's been 3 years that we've known each other, and I'm proud of the progress that Nick has had on YouTube. He's around the same size as Grande right now, which is absolutely insane. He's right around there, and I'm really proud of his progress as a content creator, his success, and the community that he's brought up. So I'm really happy about. I'm happy for Nick, and I'm happy about all of this. And he's come a long way, so I'm happy for him. But anyway, he has a 60-minute response, which is quite lengthy, but it's not as long as. Needlessly long as Grande's was. So, and he doesn't beat around the bush either. You're going to see that immediately. He gets right into it, which I appreciate. So let's see here.
I really didn't want to have to make this video, but considering that so many people are asking me questions about what's been going on, and the people behind this whole
and there's my name. That's me. He's showing the screenshots that I showed you at the beginning of the stream of what happened when I reached out for comment from Ballomatic about the video that I was making about him. Also, if any of you guys are in contact with Ballomatic or know Ballomatic personally, or PurplePhoenix or Grande, I would be more than happy to have them on the stream to talk with them and get some of their opinions and feedback. I'm not going to hate on them. I'm not going to attack them, and I ask you guys to do the same. But I would be more than happy to have a conversation with them about this. Get some of their opinions, some of their feedback, tell them some of my legitimate concerns. But I'd like this to be a space where they could talk a little bit about this. So if you guys are connected, with them in any way, I would be open to talking with them on stream, but I can almost guarantee that they are not going to want to do that. So just wanted to put that out there for the record.
situation are trying to cover up what they did and attempt to silence anybody who speaks out, I'm going to be giving you guys a full breakdown of everything that's happened. And if you personally know Ballomatic, PurplePhoenix, or the Grande Gamer, or if you're just a member of their communities, please watch this video in its entirety before you make a decision on
Thanks
whether
for donation,
or not
Trap
you'd like
Kid.
to
Thanks for the $2 donation.
continue to support these people. And I would like to say that I do apologize in advance if I do get a bit angry while saying things in this video, because this is a situation where people got hurt and the ones who hurt people are trying to cover up what they did. And if I'm being honest, that makes me angry. And with that being said, let's get into this.
So he's
Now,
upset,
just in
you know,
case
as I mean, he's upset like I'm upset. I just watched Grande's response and I've seen like their general response and I've seen how they respond in DMs saying they're trolls, rumors, lies. And Nicholas is expressing the same thing. They're silencing this, they're not saying anything, and they're just dismissing it as trolls, lies, and I'm angry too. We're both angry here. So we're on the same page, Nicholas and I. He's angry about how they're responding to this, and it's disgraceful, really.
This video gets shared around a lot. If you don't already know who I am, my name is Nicholas Fernero, and I've been making Nintendo content here on YouTube for a little bit over 3 years at this point. Now, I first met Ballomatic in April of 2022, and overall, he seemed like a super chill guy who just played a lot of Mario Maker at the time, and we became friends pretty quickly. I also became a mod for his YouTube channel not too long after I met him, so it's safe to say that I was
He was
really
much more
active in
involved
his
with
community.
Ballomatic than I ever was. I hardly talked to Ballo. I was interested in connecting with him, but like Ballo always came across as a little bit more standoffish whenever I tried to talk or reach out to him. So I was just kind of like, whatever. Ballo and I never really got close.
Now, fast forward to January of this year. There was a video that came out from somebody by the name of Brian Cooley, and this video essentially called out Ballomatic for making lots of homophobic comments during one of his streams. And if I'm being completely honest, when I first saw this video, I thought it was AI generated. I thought that there's no way in hell that Ballomatic would actually go up on stream and say those things.
And also another thing is Nicholas
But
Fernero showed up in that stream too towards the end, the Ballomatic stream, but it's so funny. Ballomatic talked about the LGBTQ stuff, and almost immediately after he was done talking about it, that's when Nicholas showed up in his chat, is what I noticed. So he was there, but he showed up after the fact. So it's completely fair to say that Nicholas wasn't immediately aware of Ballomatic's beliefs and what he was saying. So I think that's very fair of Nick to say. Also, Avid, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate all of you guys and the support you're giving me in the chat right now. I bet you would get a message regarding about this. However, mostly I'd be in class doing extension projects. Oh, good luck with your projects, Avid. Appreciate it.
But I was proven wrong pretty quickly. There was also something else that happened that Brian never covered in his video. So one of my friends' names is Maddie, or Maddie Omega. Go check her out in the description.
And Maddie was in the live chat, and Maddie was expressing support for Ballomatic in the live chat, but she felt like she needed to because she felt very uncomfortable because everyone else was, and you know, she looked up to Ballomatic, which I think is very fair. So she felt very uncomfortable. She didn't know what to say, so she just expressed support. Wait, is my stream going okay? I got like a little warning message. Okay, I think we're good though.
Gender female. So she now goes by the pronouns she, her. I was told this over the summer last year. And for me, this is very easy. I was like, hey, I might make
I think where Maddie like
there.
really started getting upset was not only just that night, it made her uncomfortable, but just after the fact, Maddie was saying, my name's Maddie, I go by she, her. I'm Maddie, go by she, her. And every time Ballomatic was like, I'm not going to say the name, but dead name, he, him, you know? And I was just like, And Maddie eventually, you know, I think it built up after a while.
But at the end of the day, I will address you by how you want to be addressed. Very easy, and it's called being a good person, right? But this was too hard for Ballomatic to do. Ballomatic continued to call Maddie a he, even after being corrected multiple times by Maddie herself. Vanna, you are correct. Alex the Mega Mushy, yes, that is his name.
Okay, yeah, that's the name right there. That's the dead name right there. It's in the video.
I'm starting to cry.
She says I'm starting to cry. I'm pretty sure that's Maddie's voice, and that's her saying I'm starting to cry after he said, "Oh, that's his name." Yeah. Let's hear that.
a he, even after being corrected multiple times by Maddie herself.
Vanna, you are correct. Alex the Mega Mushy, yes, that is his name.
I'm starting to cry.
He actually made his name because of my membership tier. Anthony, I'm waiting for
What was
Alex,
that,
'cause
Maddie? I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe that wasn't Maddie, but that sounded like Maddie's voice. Although I thought I'd mention this, one of Grande's mods indirectly threatened to copyright strike your video because you use clips from their streams and responses. They clearly know nothing about fair use. Yeah, they know nothing about fair use. This is fair use. I'm here. I'm reacting. I have background. I have chat up here. I have all this stuff going on. So no one can copyright strike me with legitimate means, on legitimate grounds.
accidentally didn't join. Alex is officially an L. He likes chili.
So to any of those people saying that Ballomatic loves and respects people of the LGBTQ plus community, stop typing, because it's not true. If Ballomatic truly respected LGBTQ plus members, he would have no problem calling people by their preferred pronouns. And before I get more into what Ballomatic and his crew have been hiding, I just want to make one thing extremely clear. What Ballomatic said was incredibly hurtful, and it is not okay to say those things on stream. And even though Ballomatic is using religion to justify his actions, what he said has hurt people I know, and the same rhetoric that he's repeating on his channel has hurt many other people in the LGBTQ plus community. And let me make this very clear as well. LGBTQ plus people in my community will always be treated with the dignity and respect that they deserve. There is nothing wrong with being LGBTQ plus. It is part of who somebody is, and it is not something that can be changed. And if you do any basic scientific research on this topic, you will find that everything I'm saying is truthful. And anybody that has the audacity,
and it's extremely harmful when, you know, something that's just how they are and it's how they experience the world, and you're completely invalidating that. You know, that's very harmful. So what Nicholas is saying is very correct.
Plus people are broken and need help, or refuse to refer to someone by their preferred pronouns that they specified for you, is just a bully. I don't care what anyone says. They're a bully, and they're homophobic as well, plain and simple. Now, what Ballomatic said was already really, really bad, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, because his crew's response has been a complete dumpster fire. Instead of Ballomatic owning up to what he said and apologizing to the people that he hurt, because seriously, that's what he should have done in the first place, he chose to stay completely silent. And I'm sent a message by one of his mods, PurplePhoenix.
Okay, the messages are here. Hunter no longer in Discord server, clam and they were basically saying, you know, the criticism, like, why didn't you reach out to us first? Like, oh, like, why did you just leave without saying anything? And she says it's, I'll decide not to talk to Hunter. Yeah, I'd say it's unprofessional. I think it's fair to say that it's unprofessional that they didn't talk to Hunter. But there was one thing that she said here. What was it? Well, I respect y'all's opinions. I'm actually sort of surprised y'all didn't notice beforehand. Hunter's a Bible-believing Christian. Being friends with someone means you respect their opinions, even if you believe opposite. I watched the video. Yep. Okay, this is what I take issue with. She says, I watched the video that troll. She labels him as a troll, which, yes, he is a troll, a common troll we've had in the community. But I don't know. Apparently she knows Brian Cooley. I'd like clarification. I would like PurplePhoenix to be here to clarify who Brian Cooley is if she genuinely knows who this person is. I would like to figure it out. But yeah, she labels him as a troll. Guy's just trying to make Hunter look bad. You actually affected all of Hunter's points that he... Oh, okay, so she's saying that Brian Cooley reflected all of Hunter's points eloquently? So then there's no issue then. I mean, I don't know what she's trying to say there, but anyway. Yeah. She had a fair take of like, oh, you should have reached out to us, yada, 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 but I just don't like her just dismissing it as like, oh, this is just a troll thing, like, don't even like worry about this. That's the only criticism I have of she blamed this on a troll. Yeah, that's the only criticism I have here. That's the same criticism that Nick seems to take as well.
Unprofessional, that I should respect his opinions, and that I am making a huge mistake. Cause yeah, I'm unprofessional because I left a homophobe's community, and just for the record, an opinion is saying that you like cheeseburgers more than pizza.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, you could have beliefs about anything. You could believe the sky's orange. Sure, that's harmless. It's not true, but it's harmless for the most part. I don't know, maybe some sort of scientific thing. You need to acknowledge that the sky is blue. But when it comes to like people and their experiences and stuff like this is harmful. You know, I like bananas, but I don't like oranges. Sure, that's okay. We could coexist. One person could eat oranges, one person could eat bananas. That's okay. That's completely fine. This is much different. And I'm glad that Nicholas brought up that point because, yeah, this is harmful. This belief just simply does not work when this is people's actual lived experiences that they can't help it. It's different. It's very different. An opinion as simple as this versus saying that, oh, they're not good. What they're doing is really bad. They need help. They're broken, and I need to help them, which is where the arrogance comes in, which is something that both Ballomatic and Grande said. They both said that they want to help them, which I don't know how much help they're actually going to be to them because it seems like what they think is wrong with them is very arrogant to begin with. But yeah, that's besides the point. Well, no, it's right on point, but you know what I mean.
Completely devalue somebody's entire existence and tell them that they need to change who they are because they don't align with your beliefs. It's homophobia and it's bullying. And not only does PurplePhoenix say all of these things to me, PurplePhoenix even
thanks for the $5 super chat, Bacon Inferno. Appreciate it. Of course.
Try and brainwash one of my mods and using a comparison that essentially gives the message. Yes, but she is...
Okay, I didn't read this one. Yes, but she is trans, so it does involve her. It does involve her because the statement was about the LGBTQ and the topic shifted to talking about gays and lesbians. Let me put it to you this way. If your parents told you not to do something and you did it anyway, your parents are going to dislike the fact that you disobeyed them, but they are not going to stop loving you. Your friends and siblings would not stop loving you either, even though they know what you just did was wrong. Likewise, this is the same scenario, and Hunter was just, no, it's different, because it's not wrong. I mean, you think it's wrong, but that's where this simple disagreement comes into play of beliefs. It's fine that you think it's wrong, but other people don't think it's wrong, and they don't appreciate being told it's wrong, and that you want to help them, and like people don't like that. Hunter was just stating how he believes based off the question he was asked, and there is nothing wrong with that. He was directly taking statements from the Bible itself. Yeah, and the Bible does have some homophobic stuff in it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yeah, I could pull up Bible verses right here. And I don't agree with that, and I've made it clear myself. I don't consider myself Christian. I'm going to put it there. I know there's some people who are part of my church community that may see this stream after the fact and may see that, and they might be sad about that, but that's okay. I don't consider myself Christian, and I still believe in the love of God, the love of Jesus, because I do think that there are beautiful things within the Bible. Like the 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrong. I could quote a million other Bible verses. There's a lot of beautiful things in the Bible, but I'm going to have to acknowledge that there's some really horrible things too, like saying if a man lies with another man, they should be stoned to death. That's really not okay. And it's not coherent with what I think is right and what I've experienced from people. I was in high school, and I remember I was so ingrained in the belief system. I was exactly like Hunter, ingrained in the belief system. I felt like I needed to follow a script. Hate the sin, love the sinner. I remember I had a gay friend in high school, and I remember sitting with this gay friend and just saying, hey man, I love you, but I just don't agree with your lifestyle. I think what you're doing is wrong, but I still love you. And that was so awkward. That was so freaking awkward. I want to apologize to that guy now. I haven't talked to him in forever, but I could only imagine what was going through his head. I think, I got awkward energy from him when I said that. But yeah, it's always going to be awkward. And, I didn't feel like I believed it, but I felt like I had to believe it because I was part of this Christian community. It was like the Christian thing to believe, right? But now I don't attach myself to that anymore, so I don't feel like I have to pretend to think that being gay is wrong. I don't have to pretend that I think that anymore, And I'm also not saying that, because you can be Christian and you could think that homosexuality is okay, because people have different ways of interpreting the Bible and different ways of going about their Christianity too. That's a whole thing, and it's completely valid. I disagree, and that's okay. But for me, what's most concerning to me is if you support LGBTQ people or don't support them, and you show that through your actions and through some of the words that you say. And that's what's like, I don't care if you're Christian or not Christian. I just care about what you actually believe and what that actually means for your beliefs and your lifestyle. That's what's important to me. Also, oh, Abed, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You have to run. All right. I really appreciate all your support, Abed. I really do. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, that's me just talking a little bit about my experience with that. You know, I admit it. You know, I'll do what Ballomatic won't do, and I'll own up to the fact that I said homophobic things when I was in high school, and I've said homophobic things in the class because that was my belief system back then. And I've changed, and I've grown, and I've developed, and I hope Ballomatic can do the same. I hope Hunter can do the same. But I'm owning up to that. Do people want to hate me for things that I believed and I said in the past? Sure, they could do that. You're more than welcome to do that. That's totally fine. And, you know, I'm not going to try to hide away from it like Ballomatic seems to be. But I've changed, and I love all of you, and I'm hoping that my actions and what I've done in covering this topic and this situation shows that love and shows that support that I have for all of you. So that's my 2 cents about that. So what I'm trying to say is what she's saying, it's still hateful, and this is just where the conflict lies at the end, you know, end of it. Directly taking statements from the Bible itself, yeah, and we're saying that those statements from the Bible are hurtful. Said once that he hates LGBTQ community because I know him very well, and he doesn't hate a single soul. And, you know, I think Hunter can be a very good person. I just unfortunately think, you know, he grew up in a Christian community where that was taught. And I think he needs to grow. And I think, you know, he doesn't want to be harmful. And he doesn't want to hurt people. I don't think that's his desire. I don't think he's handling this very well. And, you know, I hope he grows. And I hope that he doesn't, like, you know, get really depressed and sad because of this. But I hope he grows. That's what I hope. That's what I hope from this.
That being LGBTQ plus is a choice, which again, if we do any scientific research on this, we will find out that being LGBTQ plus is not a choice, and this comparison is
that's exactly what I said.
Garbage. Now, some of you guys might say, oh, well, why don't you guys just talk to Ballomatic? Same with his mods, and try to respectfully tell him that what he's saying is hurtful. We tried that, and we were met with this.
That's my response again.
I will say that we didn't go to Ballomatic until a few months later. And this response was given to one of my friends, NintendoNovice, when he asked for information about a video that he was going to make. Now, I'm not sure if his video's out at the time.
Came out shortly after.
This, but I think it's going to be uploaded
like an hour after.
The same time mine will be. So make sure you guys check that video out once it's up. And clearly, Ballomatic and PurplePhoenix are both extremely afraid of anything getting out to the public about this situation. And why is that, you may ask? Because they've accused Brian Cooley, me, and many other people of lying the entire time, saying we, quote, don't have our facts straight, and that we're twisting his words. And let's just say that's the case. Let's say I'm lying. Let's say that anybody else involved in this situation that's speaking out is lying. Because let me tell you, there have been a lot of people who have spoken out about this situation. And there was even a YouTuber by the name of Penguini who had a short that
here's another point. YouTuber named Penguini had a short. It very much references PurplePhoenix. I guess PurplePhoenix was in the short, and Penguini, because and I think he has quite a bit of subscribers on YouTube too, like a bigger channel, but only shorts, I think, when I looked up his channel. But because he was informed about this situation, he took down the short that featured PurplePhoenix because, again, he wanted to support the LGBTQ community, while PurplePhoenix, Grande Gamer, are very complicit in this and have made their opinions very, very known. Also, have a good one, Nor. Thanks for being here as long as you have.
That he took down.
Oh, wait, what did he say? I didn't read this. Cliff, I will refrain from posting their names for friends. Recent comment. This YouTuber has been promoting homophobic comment/behavior. I do not support this in any way. Thank you, Penguini. Thank you for that. You see, that's how you know Penguini is really an ally. And he supports you guys because he doesn't want to support someone who's complicit in this.
understood that what PurplePhoenix was supporting and defending was very wrong. So now, I ask you this, Ballomatic, I ask you this, PurplePhoenix, because I guarantee that both of you guys are watching this video. Why have you refused to clarify anything that you've said? You can't just say, oh, well, you guys are lying.
Show us how we're lying. Make a response video and show exactly where we lied. Because, to my knowledge, Nicholas and I have said nothing but our own experiences and the truth and what we've seen. So I don't see any lies here.
Twisting our words and taking them out of context. When you say that, you have to clarify for the people about how we're lying. And the reason why Ballomatic and PurplePhoenix haven't said anything about this publicly is because they know they're wrong. They know that they screwed up, and they don't want to take the blame for it. They don't want to take accountability, which shows that none of them have any true leadership abilities, because part of being a leader is taking accountability for mistakes that you make. And the actions taken by both of them prove that they are not leaders whatsoever, and they cannot be trusted in any way, shape, or form. And now we're going to talk about the Grande Gamer, because oh boy, this is going to be very interesting. So part of the reason why I'm filming this video at exactly 12:44 in the morning is because a few hours ago, the Grande Gamer made a video about the situation. And before I give my thoughts on this video,
and honestly, that was actually the main reason that Nicholas decided to make a video, because of Grande Gamer and the way that he grossly generalized and misrepresented the people who were criticizing him and everyone else in this situation. So Grande was a big reason why him making the response the way he did was a big reason why the backlash even got as big as it has now, because he just had simply a bad response. He had a bad response.
That a lot of people that I associate with left comments on this video, and these comments were not meant to harass anybody. They were meant to shut down the points that were brought up in the video. And Grande and his mods deleted these comments. And they did this because they knew that these comments killed any arguments that Grande brought up. And other viewers in Grande's community had no problem harassing the people that left these comments. Kind of toxic,
silencing people's opinions.
But anyways, I don't know about you guys, but when I watched that
they're
video,
deleting comments. I mean, I said in my video, Ballomatic bans people in his live chat who bring it up. I mean, they're just trying to hide it, and they're just making it look worse for themselves. It's same old, same old.
The whole thing. It seemed like he was trying to play both sides with this situation. He says that he supports the LGBTQ plus community, but also supports what Ballo says.
LGBTQ?
Also, I think it's funny. It sounds like he says LGBTQ. I don't know what P means, but I thought it was funny.
I do support everyone in the LGBTQ community, okay? Going back to the streamer, yeah, I do support what they believe in. Am I wrong for saying that? Maybe.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Basically, Grande's stance is like saying you love playing online games fairly and say that everybody should follow the rules, but then you back a player who uses hacks and cheats to ruin the experience for everyone else.
That's a good comparison.
You can't have it both
That's
ways.
a really
Now,
good comparison.
I'm not gonna sit here and
It doesn't make any sense. You state one thing, and then you support a person who goes completely against what you just said. That's exactly what Grande did.
say Grande's homophobic. But if you truly stand for fairness and inclusion for everybody, you can't support someone who has made comments that are very homophobic and hurtful and doesn't even have the decency to apologize for those comments. The Grande Gamer also claimed in his video that all of this was just rumors that would fade away and just go away because, oh, they're insignificant and they don't matter.
You know, I just assumed that it was going to be just like just like a typical silly rumor, you know, it would fade away eventually, but no. In fact, they continue to get worse.
Well, guess what, dude? Ballomatic hurt somebody. That's not just gonna fade away. He also claimed that a lot of people were just simply hating on him. If someone was genuinely harassing you, I condemn that as well. Harassment is
that's
never
exactly
the
what I
answer,
said
no matter
too.
what's been going
Nick and I are on the
Even
same page. Like, if people are actually attacking you, Grande, if people are actually attacking Ballomatic or any of these people, Nick and I stand firmly against that. Don't send threats to them. Don't call them names. Don't do any of this. Don't attack them. Criticize them, but don't attack them. Don't harass them. It's as simple as that. Nick and I are right there because Nick and I actually stand on the side of love and caring about people. We're trying to care about Grande, Ballo, but we're criticizing them because they're not showing care to other people.
it's directed towards somebody who's doing messed up things. But you're using this as an excuse to completely downplay what exactly happened. You claim that you were somebody who was singled out, even though everybody in Ballomatic's chat was supporting him. And I'll make this clear too. Anybody who was supporting Ballomatic's hurtful comments or his purposeful misgendering did something wrong. The reason why you were called out, at least from what I can tell from all the information I have, is because you are a YouTuber with 10.3k subs and you are seen as a role model and a
put it
leader
any simpler
by
than
many
that.
people who watch you. This goes for Ballomatic, this goes for PurplePhoenix, this goes for me too. As YouTubers, we have to be leaders and we have to set good examples for our viewers to follow. By choosing not to call out Ballomatic for his hurtful comments, it doesn't make you homophobic, but it essentially tells everybody it's okay to be a bystander when somebody's getting bullied. I should just stay silent. And this is something that I learned in freaking elementary school. When you see somebody being hurt, you stand up for them.
At the very least, you check in with them, see if they're okay, and try to do anything you can to support them, which is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to see, Nick and I are trying to see, how can we support you as a person who has been hurt in a community that we're all a part of? And that's exactly what we're trying to do here. Other people may be, hateful or doing all this, but that's, like, all in all, that's what we're trying to do.
And in this case, you call out homophobia. And sometimes it's not easy to stand up and do the right thing. I mean, heck, it's not easy for me to make this video right now. I know that there's a decent chance that I lose a solid amount of subscribers from this. But you know what? I'd rather lose subs. I'd rather get backlash if it means that I'm standing up and doing the right thing. Because there is no way in hell that I will ever cave to Ballomatic, PurplePhoenix, or the Grande Gamer and just sit by while people are getting hurt because of what Ballomatic said. And I will always stand up and do the right thing.
Even if you like Ballomatic or Grande or any of these people, you shouldn't cave if they say something that's just simply hurtful. You should stand up for what you believe. Yeah, that's really good, Nick. That's really good.
So what do I suggest that these people do now? Quit YouTube. Leave the internet. Because when you sign up to be a YouTuber, you sign up to be a leader as well. And that includes protecting all of your viewers. And if you do something that hurts people, you own up and you apologize to the people you hurt. And if you see somebody hurting someone, I don't care if you're their friend or not, you call them out. And clearly, Ballomatic, PurplePhoenix, and the Grande Gamer have all proven that they are not capable of doing any of these things. And I do want to say this as well. To anybody watching.
Personally, let me make sure my camera focuses. I'd like them to stay on the internet. I would, but I don't want them to stay on the internet if they're just going to continue causing pain and hurt, which I think is what Nicholas is saying. But Nicholas is going a little further than me. He's being stronger, saying like what they've done has shown that they aren't capable of doing that. They aren't capable of being actually supporting the LGBTQ community. So it would be better if they're not on the internet, which is very fair, and I agree with him. I would like to see them still be here because, a lot of people like them. A lot of people look up to them in their content, but I would like to see them actually grow and become better. But, who knows? Who knows if they actually will or not? I'm leaning towards, unfortunately, they probably won't, which is really sad and unfortunate. But yeah, what Nicholas is saying makes total sense.
Watching this video, please don't go harass them because that's going to make us just as bad as they are. But you know what I will say? Go to their channels. Go to their Discord servers. Ask them why they think it's okay for Ballomatic to
criticize them. Ask them
Maddie.
questions.
Why it's okay for Ballomatic.
Like, that's not wrong. That's not bad. You could call them out. You could ask questions. Ask hard questions. That is not wrong. Like, threatening them, calling them names, insulting them, that's wrong. Being constant with it, constantly just spamming them and all that, yeah, that's wrong. But just asking like, hey, why'd you say that? Or you actually think this about gay people? That shouldn't be an unfair question to ask. Not at all.
To say that LGBTQ plus people are broken and need help, and why they've been silent for so damn long. And if your comment gets deleted or if you get banned, then that just further proves that they're trying to hide the truth from you. So in conclusion, considering that Ballomatic clearly hurt people with his hurtful and homophobic comments, and his entire crew has tried to cover up and hide everything that's happened, do you guys still really want to support these people? Because I can tell you right now that I am done with anybody who is involved with this behavior. But anyways, that's enough of me yapping. We're gonna go talk to some other people and get their thoughts.
You actually get some Maddie talks here, and then another one of our friends, Ian or Spicy Dirt, also gives some insight. So it's really cool hearing from them too.
So we're going to start by talking with Maddie, which, as I said earlier, she was one of the main people that was affected by Ballo. All right, Maddie, so tell me everything about how Ballo and his crew have hurt you.
So the day I came out to Ballo, was more of an indirect coming out experience, kind of. But I asked Ball if he was okay with the LGBTQ community, and because I assumed he was going to say, "Oh yeah, you're fine here. You can stay here. You're perfectly fine." I assumed that's what he was going to say, but unfortunately, that's not what he said. Instead, he proceeded to go on into a 20 to 30-minute rant about how gay people are broken and
It
how
was
they
a
need
rant.
help,
He didn't
and
need to say any of that. He really did not need to say anything that he said in that stream. He could have just said, you know, I think it's unfortunate that gay people get so much hurt in Christian communities, and I love you and care about you even though I'm Christian. I support you. That's all he had to say. He didn't need to say all of that other stuff. He really didn't.
I came out that day as trans, and that was not how I expected anything to go. So at that point, I pretty much pulled the, smile and nod kind of deal, because I didn't want to make things worse for myself than they already had just become. I thought it would be a fluke, and Bolo, well, he'll change. He'll start calling me she, her, and all that stuff. But no, I was unfortunately wrong. He then proceeds for the next week that I was in his community to blatantly misgender me. Even after corrections, I told him my right pronouns countless times. So it was deliberate ignoring, and
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Really?
I mean, it's plain and simple. He knew he was using the wrong pronouns. He knew he was using the wrong name, and he just kept doing it. And he stood firm in it the whole time, and it hurt Maddie because Maddie really loved Ballomatic. Maddie looked up to Ballomatic. This was a very, very hard thing for Maddie to go through. Very traumatic. For someone to be like a hero or to be like so awesome in your eyes, like a role model for you, and them to completely invalidate who you are as a person, that's tough. It's life changing. So it's Maddie, you have all of our support. I've said it before, I'm saying it again, and it's really sad that you had to go through that.
It took a toll on me, and it just sucks. It really does, because no one should have to go through that. No one at all, and he pretty much just denied my entire existence,
I was going to say, yeah, I agree that nobody should have to go through that at all. It's horrible that you ever had to go through that. But another thing I'd like to ask you, is there anything that you would like to say to Ballomatic and his crew right now? Because now you have the chance to. Is there anything that you'd like to say to all of them?
Yes, there is actually something I'd like to say. I gave you the chance, Hunter. I reminded you a lot, and I asked you nicely to use my correct pronouns, and you deliberately ignored me. And I think it's time to be known the actual real consequences that really could have untold from this. I could be dead right now because of this. I could be dead right now. Thankfully, I'm not. But I could be dead right now because of you. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, it's horrible. It really is horrible.
And for Grande and Savannah, I don't understand how you both chose to stay by Hunter.
And now we're going to talk to Ian, who wasn't...
Yeah, it's baffling. And they're going to want to try to say that this is what Maddie said, another lie. Is that another rumor? Is that another lie, what Maddie just said? The fact that she could have been dead because of what Ballo said, and what Ballo how Ballo continued to treat her and address her. That's very... That's really messed up. That's really messed up to say that these are just lies. That's extremely messed up. Plain and simple.
Wasn't directly harmed by Ballomatic's words, but still has very strong opinions about what was said. All right, Ian, tell me everything that you know about the Ballomatic situation and his crew, and just give me your thoughts on what they've been doing.
So when it comes to just like thoughts, my general thoughts on Ballomatic, um, they aren't great. My first impressions with him were he was a pretty cool guy, and I thought like, hey, I could really do a lot of content with him. But as time passes, and from what I've seen, what he's done, that doesn't look so likely. And as far as his crew goes, when it comes to how they manage things, they are grossly incompetent in really just their effort of trying to hide things. Because as a community, I think if you screw up, you should not try to cover it up and kind of own up to your mistakes and say, hey, I did this or I did that, It's kind of how I feel about that.
I totally agree with that. And I also asked the same question to Maddie. I'm going to ask it to you too. If you could say anything to Ballomatic and his crew right now, what would you say?
Okay, this is a big one. So it might come across a little rude, but honestly, it needs to be said. I'm really ashamed of you guys and how you've handled this situation. Because when it comes to, especially when it comes to your audience is made up of a lot of children, and children look up to the adults. And you guys are the adults here. And as the adults, I would expect you to handle this a lot better. And you did.
Sad.
And you let a lot of people down, including me, Nicholas, and everybody else, because we genuinely liked your content before all this happened. And now that this has happened, we genuinely can't look at you in the same light. And the fact that you're hiding all this stuff and making us go to this level just to spread awareness about who you really are, just shows a lot. And like one thing, if I had to say like one more thing to Ballomatic, I would have to say, it was nice knowing you. Had a lot of good times, but you f***ed up.
Wow. That's one way to end the video. Wait, what's playing now? Hold on. Oh, it's just an ad. No, I thought I paused you.
Make your browser fast.
That's one way to end it. Jeez. You think you know a guy, right? And he goes ahead and does this, and what can you do? You really liked him. You really liked the time that you had with him, but unfortunately, this is just a deal breaker. You can't support someone when they hurt other people that you care about. You just can't continue to do that as much as you do, love that person. You had a lot of fun with them, and it's really heartbreaking. So I feel for Ian too. I feel for Maddie. I feel for Ian, mostly Maddie. But Nicholas was friends with Ballomatic. Ian was friends with Ballomatic. A lot of other people were friends with Ballomatic, with Hunter. And it's been hard for them too. So I feel for both of them. And I wish Hunter would make this right. I really do. It's sad. The one last response I wanted to go over before we go ahead and close things out, unless anyone in the chat feels like there's something that needs to be said or information that we have not talked about or no one's covered, then we could totally talk about that. But I want to go over this last response from Lil Ball of Fun, because she makes it very plain and straightforward that we're not taking issue with someone being a Christian. No. I don't care if you're a Christian. Nicholas doesn't care if you're a Christian. None of us care about that. But what we take issue with is the fact that you're invalidating a whole bunch of people and their life experiences, and you're hurting them. That's what it comes down to. That's why we're upset to begin with. So we're going to go over this. I got a DM from the G a little bit earlier that him and Nicholas would like to come on stream at the end to discuss it a little bit more. We'll wrap things up. If anyone in the live chat thinks that there's anything else that needs to be said, if last minute, somehow, some way, by the grace of God, Ballomatic, PurplePhoenix, or the Grande Gamer would like to make an appearance here to talk about it and potentially make things right, the door is always open. The door is always open. But we're just going to go ahead and react to this one, and then we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and talk with the G and Nicholas. And Nicholas showed you what you want to discuss. Okay. Me quick on VC if you want. Okay, I will consider it. I still feel betrayed by him. Oh, actually? Okay, Kiever. Okay, Kiever is another big channel in the community too. and he has something to say. And I know that he's collaborated with Ballomatic in the past too, so this is something that's very, very personal to him. I believe that Kiever made a community post, but has not made any sort of video or stream appearances to discuss it, to my knowledge. So I'd like to open up the floor to give him that space as well. So I would be totally happy to have Kiever talk a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and just watch this video.
Hello, everybody. So
I guess her name is Ashley, Lil Ball of Fun, which I know it shows that I'm not subscribed because I'm using an incognito browser, but I was subscribed to her before. I guess that I was introduced to her a while back, and then I forgot about it, but I'm not too familiar with her content or who she is, but apparently I stumbled upon her at one point. Maybe I rated her, I'm not sure, but I really respected her take on this video. So this is left a really good impression.
Videos out now about the whole Ballomatic.
I'll speed it up a little bit.
The whole Ballomatic situation, and you know, other people have kind of been thrown into that mix as well. A lot of people have been made aware of it. I know there was a video that tagged a bunch of people unnecessarily, trying to raise awareness about it. And I also know there's a lot of people out there that think there's some sort of...
Don't call yourself a nobody, Ashley. You're obviously a somebody, especially making this video and standing up like this. I think that's pretty cool.
Spearhead against Ballomatic, grab your pitchforks and your torches.
I'm a nobody too. I don't even know why I'm here. Why am I making this stream? Why are you guys watching this stream? What is this stupid guy with a freaking Nintendo shirt? What am I, 8? Never mind, but yeah.
Hate on Ballomatic because of his religious beliefs. I'm here to set the record straight as much as I can, because that's not what's happening here. Ballomatic's religious beliefs are his own. Everyone's entitled to their beliefs. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. That's not something we can change. The only people who can change their thoughts, change their views, are that person. Okay? The thing we are trying to make people understand is the actions that have taken place because of the beliefs. Or at least under the impression that it's because of the beliefs. Everyone has beliefs. You know, that's not something we're going to hate on. We're not going to hate on a person just because they don't like something that we do like. That's their
All right, see you later, Speedy Max. Watch some anime? All right. Have a good time. Thanks for tuning in.
But Ballomatic has said some very controversial things and has taken it to an extreme that a lot of people feel shouldn't have been in the public eye, myself included. I don't care what you believe. I really don't. Personally, I don't follow a practice religion. Do I believe there is a higher power out there? Sure.
It's fair.
I do believe that. Am I going to classify that with a name and a bunch of rules and regulations that various people tell me I should follow? Absolutely not. Because I don't think that's right. When you look at religion as a whole and how many different religions are out there and how they're all similar, but there's always varying controversies amongst the groups.
It's very true. If you look back at the history of Christianity, or I'm sure any world religion, but I'm very knowledgeable about Christianity's origins and history. Christians can never agree. There's just so many things that they just can't agree on, and there's constant controversies, and this is just another one of those things. Sometimes they can't agree on the day to worship. They can't agree on how to interpret the Bible. They can't agree on if you're saved or not saved before you're born, or if like you have free will, like all this stuff. So yeah, what she's saying is completely correct about religion. Hey, Shadowbones.
It makes it hard to believe what is truly real in regards to religion. You don't know what's to be expected of you anymore. Because one religion will tell you, yeah, this is okay, you can do this. It's
all in all, everyone has their own beliefs and what they think is right, and you know how someone should live. And you know, a lot of people make the argument that it's based in their religious practices and their religious beliefs. But you know, you could try to do anything, live your life in any way, and someone out there is going to have some belief that thinks it's wrong that you drink water. It's ridiculous. You know, you should only drink soda and Coke, obviously. But you get what I mean. Like, people have beliefs, and you can't make everyone happy.
It's fine, I'll chill. But then another religion's gonna tell you, no, screw you, you're going to hell.
One religion is going to tell you you're going to have a great afterlife, and the other one's going to say 1,000,000 years of torment or eternity of torment.
You guys do you. Not the point of this video. Just so we're clear here. It's not the religion we're taking an issue with. It's things like this that Ballomatic has said.
And she put the quote. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier, that I think this was like one of the most problematic things he said. Just because they're gay doesn't make them a bad person. They're just broken and need help.
Made their video. Direct quotes that came out of that were, he was referencing, you know, LGBTQ, he was referencing the gays and everything. He said, I never said I hate you. I just don't like what you're doing. Okay, cool. Not everybody's gonna like what everyone's doing. That's fair. Not a big deal. Whatever. But then he also proceeds to say, just because they're gay doesn't make them a bad person. They're just broken and need help. See, this is where issues come into play. Just because you don't personally agree with them, whether that's because of your religion dictating to you that you shouldn't, or that you believe this wholeheartedly, nothing's going to convince you otherwise, that's fine. But you don't need to word it in a way that's going to be harmful to the community. You know, you said that you didn't want to discriminate, but this is very clearly a discrimination against the LGBTQ people, and this is where the issues come into play. They had whole reformation camps. These were a thing about gay people being sent by their parents to these reformation camps because because kids were practicing homosexuality, they were gay, they were interested in the same sex.
And they never worked.
That's a bad thing. So
they don't work. Plain and simple, they don't work. I watched this documentary called Prayers for Bobby. It's a heartbreaking, well, not a documentary, it's a movie that's based on a true story called Prayers for Bobby. I could even look it up right now, but it's an example. There's a documentary. Not documentary. Why do I keep saying documentary? It's a movie based on a true story called Prayers for Bobby. I'll just read the description. Devout Christian Mary Griffith fights to cure her gay son, Bobby. Although he tries to please his mother, Bobby cannot change his lifestyle, and his depression leads to taking his own life. And this actually happened. This is an actual historical event. And it was tragic because it was these homophobic Christian beliefs that were within a Christian circle that caused this person to take his own life. And that's so sad. And it's sad that it happened, but what was really cool is that after the fact, his mom actually changed her ways because it had such a lasting impact on her, and she dedicated the rest of her life to supporting the LGBTQ community, which I thought was really powerful. But it's sad that it took her own son taking his own life for her to wake up and see that. It was very sad. So I hope that people like Hunter, people like PurplePhoenix, Grande Gamer, I hope that they could wake up a little sooner than someone having to take their own life for them to change their beliefs. I genuinely hope that. Gallo, Savannah, and Grande should all watch that movie. They should. If I have one movie recommendation for those three people, it's Prayers for Bobby. I watched this in my social work classes in college, and it was a really sad movie to watch. So, if you guys are watching this, Hunter, Savannah, Grande, watch Prayers for Bobby. Please watch Prayers for Bobby. I really implore you to do that because it shares a very important message that's relevant to exactly what you're involved in right now. So, I also recommend it to anyone else here too, to show just how harmful this topic can be. It's a good movie. I was happy that I watched it. But it's related to what Lil Ball of Fun is saying right here, to how these Christian communities are so dedicated to fixing gay LGBTQ people, but it just ends up hurting them even more, and it leads them to just take their own life, which is not what they want. I don't think they want them to take their own life. I don't think they want that, but that's exactly what this does. That's exactly what these beliefs do. That's exactly what, Grande saying, I want to help you, and what Ballomatic saying, you are broken and need help. That's exactly what those statements do to people. And I want them to understand that. I really do want them to understand that.
Off to Jesus Reformation Camp, where they got tortured. Some, I believe, even got murdered because of how drastic the Reformation process was. So that's not okay.
They were murdered.
Go backwards in time to a time when this was a prevalent thing. Like, you can't put that trauma on people to say that they're broken and need help just because you don't agree with their practices.
Oh, how long is the movie? I don't know. Do I still have the tab open? Oh no, I guess I don't. It says it right there. The movie is, it's 2 hours long. So it's exactly 2 hours. So it's not the shortest movie, but it's not like these crazy 3 hour movies that they're having all the time now.
It's not cool, man. And had you simply said, I don't support the LGBTQ, okay, cool.
Sure.
Not everyone does. Not a big deal. It wouldn't be
Sure.
such a dramatic expense that it is now. But on top of this, it came to light that, Ballomatic had a viewer in their channel who was transgender, who did openly say, I am transgender, these are my pronouns now, this is the name I go by now. And all of that was disregarded. This person was still referred to by their old pronouns, their old name that they no longer wish to go by. Like, even their YouTube name was different. So, if their YouTube name reflects their real name, why is it so hard to call them by what you see on screen? I don't get that.
Doesn't make sense.
Just because you knew what their name was at one point in time doesn't mean that you keep using it if they requested you not to. Like, if I went out there right now and told people, hey, don't use my real name because everybody knows my real name, and people still did it, like, I'd be a little bit hurt too, because you are not respecting me and my choices.
Hunter didn't respect Maddie. It's plain and simple. He didn't respect her. Not at all.
Whether that's straight, gay, trans.
Why do you expect people to respect you if you don't respect them? Why, Hunter, why do you expect Maddie and all these people to still respect you and not talk about this when you don't respect them? Yeah, I understand it's your beliefs and whatever, but your beliefs have consequences, and these are the unfortunate consequences of your beliefs. It's all in all what it comes down to. I really hope that they watch this stream. After the fact, I'm going to put in the description, I'm going to put timestamps to each of the topics that I talk about. And I really hope that they hear this, and I hope it does something. I'm just trying to spread the truth. I'm trying to be loving and caring and just spread awareness.
Around on all fours with your tail and your ears? Cool, do it. It's not affecting you at all. At the end of the day, being accepting of one another, regardless of what your beliefs, your personal choices, whatever are, that's the only thing that matters here. This isn't to hate. This isn't to throw hate. This isn't to throw shade. This is to bring an awareness to everyone about acceptance, about choosing your words carefully.
Yes.
And generally being a loving person.
Just love.
This isn't a throw your hate and your pitchforks at Ballomatic for what he said. This is an awareness that this particular streamer does not actually support the LGBTQ. And as such, as viewers, especially those within the LGBTQ community, maybe steer clear of him so that his words and his actions don't hurt you and don't affect you in a negative way. It's not stop supporting him. It's not stop liking him and his content. Because those are two separate situations. His actions have proven that he is not a safe space for members of the LGBTQ community.
Not a safe space. Period.
This is an awareness to people in the LGBTQ community that this may not be a safe place for you to be. That's all it is. Just be careful with your words. If you're putting yourself out there in the public eye as a streamer, you have a duty and responsibility to your viewers to promote yourself
very good video.
in the best light without throwing this controversy out there, because you don't know who your viewers are. You don't know anyone on that personal level to know whether or not they're a part of this community, whether or not something you say could upset them to the point of considering self-harm or suicide or anything of that sort. That's all it is. And for the people who got dragged into it, it's because you are the closest person to him.
They're connected to him and they're complicit. And then now Grande made a statement that made it worse.
Therefore, as being a good friend, it is your duty and your responsibility to be a good
Savannah,
friend.
Grande, call Ballo out. Have the conversation. Unless Grande, I know Savannah agrees with Ballomatic's beliefs. They have the same beliefs, but Grande claims that he doesn't have the same beliefs, but he might as well have the same beliefs the way that he's talking.
Hey, that was not okay what you said. I understand your viewpoints, I understand your beliefs, but there's a line that you crossed, and that was not okay. For the sake of peace, perhaps you should apologize. It doesn't change your beliefs, but it shows that you understand how your words have hurt people, and that you are sorry that your words have hurt people, and you genuinely mean it. That's all this is. We just want to know that you understand that your words have had serious impact.
And thank you for making this, seriously, Ashley. Thank you so much for making this, because you presented it in such a non-judgmental, non-hateful way, and you simply just said it how it is, and you clarified some really good points that we're not hating on religion, we're not hating on Christianity, We'd never do that. People believe what they want. They use the titles that they want. That's exactly what we're trying to support. So, Ashley, your words were very impactful. Thank you for this.
And that there are people who are out there supporting you, who are brushing this under the rug and dismissing it as not a big deal. When does it become a big deal? Will it be a big deal if somebody in that community actively starts harming themselves because of the words that were said? At what point do you stand up and tell your friends, hey, that's not cool. Tone it down. Maybe don't be so aggressive about things on an online platform. Just an idea out there, guys. Being a good friend doesn't mean supporting everything that person says and does.
If you care about a person, you will call them out. You will have difficult conversations. It'll suck, but it's better than having a fake friendship.
No, but also say, hey, you messed up. Maybe you should try to fix it. Standing by and doing nothing.
Agree 110%.
So I'm sorry that some of you got dragged into this. That didn't need to be. And that you feel like you are now being attacked repeatedly because of this. But it's because you should be standing up. You should be the one standing up, not the random people who are out here going, hey, this was
Why does this video only have 13 likes? That is a crime. It has almost 200 views and only 13 likes. You guys need to fix that.
Beliefs aren't wrong. Those are your own beliefs. There's nothing wrong with having beliefs. But to voice them so aggressively online, in a public forum that anyone can see and hear, is very wrong. If you guys have questions, if you guys want to hate on me, that's fine. That's why the comment section exists.
Of course.
You can hate me for voicing my opinions. But
Nicholas and I both thanked her in the comments. And again, we were really thankful, and we are really thankful for you making this video and speaking up.
Unclarity and so much misinformation about what is actually going on that I felt there was a need to clarify exactly what's happening here. So, good luck, everybody. If you need someone to talk to, if you need a safe space to be in, I'm here. You guys can find me on Discord, Twitter, whatever. Just stay safe out there, guys.
Thanks, Ashley. That was awesome. Really good ways of clarifying and just summarizing things that weren't emphasized in mine or Nicholas's videos or anyone's responses. So it added a lot to the conversation. So that was really good that we were able to share that. I don't think there's any other videos or anything that we really need to go over that's important. So now I'm going to turn the time over to people on Discord, i.e. Nicholas, the G, and then I know Kiever wanted to talk a little bit too. I mean, I could do a private call with Kiever, but I think it would be a little bit better if my camera could focus first of all. I think it would be a little bit better if we're all in one call together. That way we could all just have a conversation. So Kiever wants to be there. Can we, I think I have Kiever as a friend. Kiever, I could try sending you an invitation. Let me see here. I don't know if I do have the ability to invite. Let me see. Kiever. Are you just Kiever on Discord? Okay. Party Yoshi K. I'm inviting you to the server right now where we'll be joining the voice chat. Okay, it looks like we also have Ian's in the VC as well as Clams Plays. So as long as they're okay being in the stream, I'll go ahead and join the voice chat. Is everyone who's in that voice chat okay with being on stream and talking on stream? I just want to make sure that I have everyone's consent. Is it okay you can talk to Novice on VC? Yeah. Because you were affected by this too, Cam Dog. And then you also made a statement as well. You're going to eat? Alright. See you later, Shadowbones. Thanks for joining the stream. That's totally fine. You know, Cam Dog's a friend too. I'll go ahead and invite him. And I'll join the VC. Just, I want to get clarification in my chat that everyone in that VC is okay with being on this stream. I just want to make sure that's... I'm pretty confident they are, but I want to make sure Clams... I'm sure Ian's fine being on stream. But, yeah. I just want to make sure. Let me see here. I don't know, my Novice. Hi. Hi, Ian. You're cool being on stream, right? And so is Clams? Yes? I think so. I think they are. Let me see if I missed anything. Also, big thanks to you, Novice, for doing this stream, man. Oh, of course. I'm happy to do this. Again, like, I care, and I love you guys, and I feel like like Nicholas says, we have a responsibility to speak up about stuff like this, and I felt like it would be good to have a stream where we compiled everything and have, like, a full analysis of all the information that's there, so it's out to the public, so people can see it and go through this stream and just see exactly why people are upset, what's actually going on here. They all said they're cool. Steven Mara, I don't know you personally, Steven, so I'm gonna say a no as of right now. Of course, if Nicholas or those other people wanted you to join, they know you and you have something to say, then that's okay. But I'm going to stick to just these people because I know them personally and they all gave me their consent, and I know that they were all involved in this situation one way or another. So go ahead and let me know if you guys could hear them all right on stream. Let me hold on. I'm gonna switch my window to streaming my Discord. Okay, there we go. I switched it. I'll turn it up just a little bit, just in case. Oh, whoa, that was loud.
Hello, Novice.
Hi, guys.
Here
we go.
What's up?
And we've got Kever and Tim.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm gonna mute the stream though.
Okay, that's a good idea. You don't want to be hearing double.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut off the
Okay,
stream for
so I think I pretty much covered the gist of everything that's been said, all the criticisms people have, all the ways that they've been trying to cover it up. I think I made a pretty good summary. But if you guys have anything to say, and you know, looks like you do, this is definitely a good time to share anything that I missed or any ways that you guys have been personally affected. I'm happy to have that here on the stream.
And Novice,
I've
I
got
have an
something
idea
to
for
say.
this.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Let me say something first.
Yeah.
I think we should let
Sure.
people like speak in like. In
Yes,
turns
yes,
instead of
totally.
Talking over each other, like give each other. A
Yes.
talk.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have the
idea.
talking.
Can we
stick.
go ahead? Because I know
Sure.
Keever was reaching out, or Kever. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Keever. Okay.
Keever, it's Keever. You can call
Most
me Keever.
people call you
Most
Keever.
people
Okay,
call
I
me
heard
Keever.
Kever
most people
earlier.
call me
Okay,
Keever,
okay.
Kever, whatever. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just say I'll let Kever go first, and then we'll go ahead and just figure out after that.
Yeah,
I'll
sure,
go.
sure.
I'll go last.
I'd like to
Okay.
go second if that's okay.
I
I'll
can
go
do
That's
with
fine.
whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
I'll go whenever. Honestly, I mean, most of my points.
Okay,
have been
sounds
made,
good.
but I do have a couple
Just
things I want to say.
Just
so.
as long as we're
Yes,
taking
yes,
turns
yes,
here, but yeah, we
Nicholas.
could go ahead and start with Kever.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go
May I
ahead.
introduce myself to everybody. So, hi everybody. I'm honestly really proud of this stream. First of all, I want to thank you for bringing me on the show. I really appreciate it. Nintendo, thank you for bringing me on the show.
Oh, of
Appreciate
course.
it.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me.
Happy to have you.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. But I'm Party Yoshi K. I'm my real name is Keever. I used to be called Captain Islander Keever, whatever my name was in the past. But I'm a gamer. I've been a gamer since I was 5. I'm from Canada and want to make this quick so that way people can get a turn here. I know people are upset. I'm also really affected by this. And as ready, may I state my story, please? Not this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
My story about. So what happened was, you know, how it started is I've been friends with Ballomatic for 5 years. I met him through Azalea22, if you know him. No, her. Sorry. Oh my god.
No worries.
I'm so nervous. No, and I met Azalea22. Yeah, I met Azalea22, if you know her, of course. Yeah, Ballomatic was awesome. Like, we had a good time. We played games. Like, he told me he loves Mario Maker 2 and all that. And then, you know, what happened was, like, for this year now, I'm not getting too deep in the past or whatever, because it's not that topic, but, what happened was, you know, I was playing, how it started with this is I played Superstar Saga, you know, Bowser's Minions, of course, on the 3DS, and I was having a good time, right? And then what happened was one of my buddies told me he was doing something wrong. And I didn't think about it at first because, you know, I was like just doing my own thing, minding my business, and then I checked in and I shattered. It was really heartbreaking for me
for this, what he did. And I even, when I got really upset and I talked to my mod team about it, I had to, for my safety and for theirs, of course, I had to kick him out. It was hard for me to do that. I had to kick him out, and I even told him, like, I was really upset with him. I even told him to, I DM'd him nicely to apologize to what you did because they are not happy with you right now, and you're losing people. He refused to not listen to me, and yeah, and that's what happened. And another thing is like the supporters, Grande, Savannah. It really broke, mostly with Grande as well, because I met him in a marker tournament. He made me really upset because he kicked me out of his community back then with other drama, which I won't go into detail, of course. Want to make sure to be careful here for the show for you, Novice, because you did a wonderful job, and I thank you for that again. Yeah. Yeah. Grande changed when you got with his girlfriend, and I know, and his girlfriend was after me as well, bothering me, you know, make me look bad, like, and also like was saying like she was calling me like she was calling like his like Grande didn't even stick up for me, like his girlfriend called me sexist for telling Savannah like and everything about Crash Bandicoot was a hard game, and she was calling me sexist about that. Yeah, and another thing was with Grande, you know, he was my IRL friend. Yeah, and yeah, with Grande, but yeah, we were IRL friends. Like, me and my best friend went to a movie, watched with him and stuff. But what really got me off guard and on topic here, because I'm doing this for like, you know, the safety for my community as well. Because the only reason why I'm here is for the safety of my community and for you guys as well. Because I care for all of you. Of
course, thanks.
That are effective of this. Yeah, and I want to thank Nicholas as well. Nicholas, I want to thank you as well for this video, and also commenting on my post about it as well, because how I felt about it. And
anytime, Keeper, anytime.
Yeah. And another thing was, so yeah, well, Grande hurted me, and then, you know, Savannah also hurted me because, yeah, about in 30, I gave her 3DS as well. But, and that's about it, you know. I'm just trying to be on topic, guys, because, you know, I really need to be serious about this. And I'm affected by this because I've been supporting them for years, and I really did not deserve that. Like, you have to agree, I did not deserve that whatsoever.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, thank you for sharing your perspective and ways that you've been personally affected and hurt by them. And also, I want to thank you, Kever, for actually taking action. It wasn't easy for you because you've associated with these people for quite a while, but you're definitely showing that you care, and you love and support your community by taking action. So I just want to commend you for that, and I want to thank you for that. You're really strong for doing that, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. I also want to shout out a certain breakfast item as well. We actually had a talk with my buddies, with one of my mods as well. I care for his I care for his feelings as well, and I just want him. I always want to make sure I do the right thing for my community to make sure they're safe as well, like Nicholas did. Like I just want to be there for my community, and I want to make sure no one's hurt, because what Ballomatic did really hurt me, like badly. Like I was crying for days when it happened.
Well, again, thanks for sharing, and I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
Sounds
no
good.
problem. I'm gonna let someone else take a turn, and I want to say thank you for having me on the show, and thanks to you, Nicholas, as well. Thank you.
All right, I think we're going to have Shadow go next, or the G. I saw his profile picture, and I was like, Shadow.
I get that. All right. Greetings, everyone. I'm sure that many of you know me or remember me if you are a Yoshi Islander. I won't delve too much into what I mean by that for sake of argument, but my name is the G, known as Darkwing. I have bounced around from community to community, and moreover, I've bounced from, let's just say, drama to drama. Now, I've seen many dramas in the community. I don't really want to go too much into detail just so I don't re-trigger any salty wounds, for lack of a better term. But I learned about this particular drama from Epic Luigi's server. I saw that Epic made a community post around, I think, 2 days ago in the morning, in my time. So I was like, okay, probably something bad happened. Let's see what's up. Then I read the post, and then I just see that I just read what went down. Ballomatic made homophobic statements. And I'd like to iterate here that I've never really interacted with Hunter, Savannah, Ryan, Aaron, everyone that's involved in this situation. But still, I realized the severity of this situation right away and felt an incentive to do something, to do the right thing. So I took it upon myself to not only gather evidence that I could use to prove Hunter, Savannah, and Ryan are, well, they made grave mistakes, but I also decided to gather around many members, many pioneers in solving this drama together so that we may collaborate and fully end this drama. That's exactly why I've created the server that we're currently talking in, Treasure Trove. I decided that we needed an organized space to discuss ideas, collect evidence, and analyze said evidence in order to decide what exactly we were going to do. And for most of the stuff Novice covered, maybe like half or so, for maybe slightly less, I did extensive research on many of the topics Novice covered for the last 2 nights. Ensure that I fed him enough information for him to make a compelling argument against Savannah, Ryan, and Hunter. Now, there are two particular things that I would like to cover that I don't believe has been said much. And the first one involves kind of the result of me joining Hunter's server. So I'm gonna share my screen,
Okay.
Novice, if you will. Can you like watch my screen?
Yeah, I'll
'Cause I
join.
think it's easier for me
Ooh, okay.
like show rather
I
than
could see it.
tell.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
All
Also,
right, wait,
Novice,
can
I'm
you
gonna
guys
get
see it?
going.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
going and
Thanks
back in the
again,
chat, okay?
Kevber. Yeah, see you
Thank
later.
you for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
I can see it.
Bye, guys. Thank you,
Of
Nicholas
course.
and Novice again.
Have a good one, Keever.
Okay, so if we go to Novice Stream, I think it was. Okay, so we can go. Actually, I don't know where I put it. Yeah, here. So one of the points that I provided for Novice here is that both Hunter and Savannah, through one specific action that proves that they're super worried about what went down, know what they're doing is wrong and that we're right. They just won't directly state that. However, I also found something kind of additional. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but regardless, this action that I'm referring to is around 2 days ago, I joined Hunter's server to kind of spy on him, collect intel. He's sort of CIA agent type of guy. And then I saw that for everyone that just randomly joins Hunter's server and didn't say anything upon joining, they would interrogate those people and ask, how did you find the Ballomatic channel? And I realized I don't have the screenshots to necessarily prove this, but I saw that they only started doing this very recently. In fact, earlier this month, they did not ask people this. So that kind of struck me as kind of solid evidence that they are worried about the backlash that they're currently facing. Because if they didn't feel overwhelmingly concerned about all this, I don't see why they would feel a need to really
Let me
ask
just add
people how
one
they
point there
found
really
it.
quick. When I joined the
That's the thing.
server,
What's up?
before I started making my video, they didn't ask me anything. I went into the verify channel and I said, I think I said it even like, I was like, can I have access, please? And I said it in like funny lingo and everything. And then they just gave me access. Yeah, so yeah, this is something new for sure.
So perhaps what happened with you, they already knew who you were, and I'm assuming that that you
No.
weren't trying to harm them in any way. That's not the case for these random people that they've just never seen before. So what they're doing is that they're, as we've covered before, they're trying to dodge accountability and kind of they're manifesting their homophobic actions and slander through said dodging of accountability. And the other point that I want to bring up involves I remember we rewatched Nicholas's video and we covered the interview with Maddie where I'm sorry to bring this up again to anyone that could be triggered by this, but she said that she tried to take her own life. And unfortunately, Maddie is not the only person that has been affected by such a case, which I am about to cover. Nicholas showed me this a few hours back, and I was very moved by all the details that said story entailed. I believe it was around here, TMC Gaming. Let me go to this Facebook page really quick.
Oh, wow.
I read this post by Jamal Alley, and he covers his son named Robin Alley. Now, I'm not gonna go into a particularly deep dive of all of this because I have to finish eating dinner in a few. But the point is that Robin Alley, who was born as Zara Alley, he wanted to change genders. And his father wasn't malicious against him per se, but he would delay or try to stop any attempt of his son changing his gender because as he credits later in this post, he says that, let me see, I don't know if I can find it, but it's up here. Like, he thought it was a phase that his son was going through. He thought that he would outgrow it. And then he says here that I thought we had more time, that things would get better, that time would heal, but time ran out. And basically, Robin, one night he committed, I don't know, I think he committed suicide. I don't recall exactly how. Let me scroll down to around here. In
Do you
great
know if this was
detail.
related to Ballomatic?
No, but the rhetoric that the victim experienced is rhetoric very similar to
Okay.
what Ballomatic
I
is
get what you're
preaching
saying.
on his
It's like
stream.
similar talking points, thinking like they need help, and this is another example of someone
Exactly.
taking their own life as a result of that kind of bad rhetoric. Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly. And if my point is, if we don't stop any attempt to kind of correct people on their beliefs to the maximum extent, who knows? I mean, like a Robin Alley case could happen. Someone could commit suicide and break the hearts of their loved ones, the people that cared about them their entire life. And that's my concern with these three streamers. To put it bluntly, they don't give a damn. They refuse to accept that what they're doing has the potential to end lives, literally. And so, those three, Hunter, Ryan, Savannah, if you three happen to be watching the stream, and I'm very sure that you guys are, please, if nothing else, think about how said beliefs, how these homophobic beliefs, and really controversial beliefs about other topics that can harm people mentally. Just know that you could be murderers if someone decides to take their own life because they hear their favorite streamers chanting against LGBTQ and other topics of that sort. Just know that you could be killing people. You could be taking lives. Just know that the blood is on your hand.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you very much. It brings to light the severity that these statements and these beliefs can take. So I appreciate that perspective. All right, now we do have a few more people here. We have I know Clams wanted to say something, so we can go and ask Clams. I don't know. I know I'm pretty sure Ian and Nick also wanted to say something. I don't know about 90. Oh no, thank you. Okay, so just Nicholas. Oh, you do. You do. Oh, okay.
I did.
So
No, I did.
let's go ahead and hear from Clams, and then Nicholas and Ian. Either one after that. If you're ready, Clams.
Okay.
Cool.
I think I'm ready. Okay. I am Clams from, I'm a mod for Nicholas Fernaro. And when Grande's video got posted, I was just kind of confused because like all of it, if almost all of it, or if not all of it, was just like not true. So I posted a comment like, if you, why do you support that like Ballomatic misgendered Maddie, calling her he him or whatever. And then I basically got attacked, being harassed just specifically for my age, by Karen in Pink Dungeon, and Karen is Gothlock Fairy. I don't really.
Oh yes, I remember you talking about that. And basically, what happened was you expressed your opinion in Grande's server, and Grande's girlfriend Karen basically told you that, oh, you're just a kid, you don't know what you're talking about. Essentially, right?
Yeah, kind of. I kind of got told to shut up as well. Also, this.
Oh, it was in the comment section of his video? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, but obviously it got deleted, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But still, that's really messed up because, I mean, you have a voice, you have an opinion. Doesn't matter if you're old or young. If you have a valid point, you know, that still should be shared, and that should never. Yeah, that's just that's very offensive and wrong that they did that to you. So, thank you for sharing that. All right, Nick and Ian, who wants to go?
All right, so me
awesome. Awesome.
I'm gonna go first. So I'm about to say. So firstly, I want to preface this by just saying that a lot of you might not know who I am, and that's okay because I haven't streamed in at least 1 or 2 years. I was Spicy Dirt. If you guys wonder what happened, my channel got terminated, a bunch of hoopla. Anyways, I was a former mod for Ballomatic, and I'm a current mod for Nicholas. And when I first met Ballomatic, I believe it was back in June. No, not June. Not June. It was somewhere late 22. And I believe it was August. I did a collab with Ballomatic based on Nicholas's recommendation at the time. And I thoroughly enjoyed it because it was just, I don't know, he seemed like a really cool guy, but I couldn't help but feel at the time that something was off because the way Ballomatic would react to things just seemed a little off. Like I would make a joke and he would not really find it funny, or I'd say something and he wouldn't say anything back. You know, there was just a lot of weird stuff that would come in, just come into play there. And when it comes to Grande and Savannah, I actually never really talked to Savannah. I've never really been in her chat or anything like that. When it comes to Grande, I think I talked to Grande a couple of times. I know I rated him a couple of times, but he was a very odd individual, I will say too. And as far as the just in general, what I really want to say to these guys is that all of your communities are extremely corrupt, and I think they realize this because trying to run from the truth isn't going to help anything. It's just going to make it worse. You can't cover it up. You can't keep covering it up. The more you try to cover it up, the more worse you look. So like my advice to these guys, and I said it once and I'll say it again, leave the internet. That's the best thing you could do right now. Leave the internet or apologize. Either one. But yeah, I definitely think
makes sense to me. Makes total sense. All right. Nick's up.
All right. Well, first of all, Novice, I just want to say thank you so much for doing this stream. Thank you so much for making your video. And thank you to, whether you're in the VC right now or not, thank you guys so much for all of your help throughout this process. I know that this has been a situation that has not been easy for a lot of us to deal with, myself included. It's been a lot of work. But hey, you know what? We've been putting in the work, and I just want to thank all of you guys for all of your hard work in this situation. Now, again, if you don't know who I am already, my name is Nicholas. I've been doing YouTube content for about 3 years now, and I'm not going to say too much because I know a lot of what I've already said was in my video, which if you haven't checked out my video, please do. I know Novice played it earlier, but if you haven't checked that out, make sure you go check out that video. But yeah, I've known Ballomatic, or I knew him starting in April of 2022. I actually knew Grande 2 months prior to that because I found him from actually looking up streamers playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because I love Mario Kart, so I wanted to play with some other streamers. I also knew Savannah because I remembered Savannah actually came to my channel first before she found Ballomatic. I believe I have that correct. I remember her coming to my stream, and then those two met, and then it went from there. Then they became friends and stuff. So I've known Savannah. It was sometime in 2023. It was around like Tears of the Kingdom time. I don't remember the date exactly, but it was somewhere around there. But yeah, I just want to say that I am so incredibly disappointed with not only Ballomatic's words and what he said and how he has hurt people. I am incredibly disappointed in the response that has been given from people like Savannah and Grande and anybody who is still supporting their behavior in any way. They have hurt a lot of people, and I know a lot of people have spoken up about the situation. I know Maddie was one of the people that was hurt. I know there have been a lot more people that have spoken up about this, and their response is just complete silence when they're called out for hurting people and acting this way. And I just want to say this right now because Hunter, Savannah, Ryan, I'm like 99% certain that you guys are watching the stream, so let me speak to you guys directly. I think it's absolutely disgraceful that you are not here tonight standing up for yourselves and trying to clear things up. I think it is an absolute disgrace that you are too scared because you know that you messed up. You know you did. Don't lie to yourself. You all know that you messed up. And you guys were offered a very peaceful invitation to speak here. Obviously, we're not going to all gang up on one of you because all three of you were all welcome to join. So it wouldn't be like 6 or 7 of us ganging up on one person. I could see how that might be a little bit intimidating, but that wasn't the case at all. And you guys are not here. And you know what? And again, they're not here because they don't want to dig themselves into a deeper hole because they already know that they are in pretty big trouble right now. And they really can't defend what they did. And they know that. So their resort is to just sit in complete silence. I know I actually checked on your guys' channels. I think it was yesterday, actually. I know, Ballo, you uploaded a short. Clearly, you don't care. You're just uploading whatever. I know, Savannah, you uploaded the same, like, a video. So clearly, you're not addressing it. Grande, your response probably was the worst response I've seen to anything. I mean, it was probably the worst response I've seen to a situation ever. No context. You didn't name names. You didn't clarify anything. And what you said about supporting LGBTQ was very contradicting. You said you support LGBTQ, but then you said, I support what that streamer believes in. So you kind of just contradicted yourself, dude, and you're trying to play both sides, and we see through it. You're fake. I'm sorry. I know that I've looked up to you for a while, but all your positivity stuff is just fake. It really is. And it's very disappointing to see because I know a lot of people look up to you and see you as a very positive figure in the community and somebody who is seen as a leader. And that so-called leader is now saying, oh, well, other people in the stream said, oh, they support it. Well, guess what? Yeah. They did something wrong. And I will be very open and honest about that. They did something wrong too. I'm not gonna, sit here and make excuses. At least some people who were in that stream who said those things, they apologized. They said, hey, you know what? We screwed up. Where's Grande? Grande doesn't apologize. Nothing was said about calling out Ballomatic. And I'm not even saying that you had to completely disassociate from them. The least you could have done was say, hey, Hunter, what you did was wrong, and I can't support that because you hurt people. But he chose not to. So that shows you what kind of a leader he is and he's a lack of a leader for all I can say. And to any of you supporting him, and any of you supporting Hunter, any of you supporting Savannah, any of you guys still supporting Ryan, just look at all the facts out there. Look at my video. Look at Novice's video. Look at Lil Ball of Fun. I know we watched a lot of these in the stream today. Look at all of our evidence. There is so much that they are choosing to hide from the public, and they're choosing to keep this hidden because they know it essentially incriminates themselves. And also, I'd like to address on another thing. I caught word of one of his mods indirectly threatening to essentially copyright strike my video because I used clips of I used clips of Hunter's stream, and I used clips of Ryan's response. I'm just going to say this right now again. You guys know nothing about fair use. If you guys knew anything about legal information, you would know that fair use essentially allows anybody on YouTube to clip out like snippets of content, and you can critique it, you can criticize it, you can add your own edits to it and stuff. You can make parodies, all that stuff. I'm just going to say right now, that will not hold up in court, your response. I'm not a lawyer. I haven't spoken to any like attorneys about this stuff. But based on the evidence based on what I've seen, that's copy fraud. So don't try it. It won't end well. I'm just going to say that. And my final message is if they truly do change, they have to prove it. They have to prove, and this is going to be a months and months and months long process. They're going to have to prove that what they did was wrong. And unfortunately, I highly doubt that that's going to happen. I don't think that will happen because of how long they've been covering this up. So you know what I say? Just delete your channels. Leave the internet. I try to say that in the most respectful way I can. There's no room for people who refuse to take accountability for what they did. There's just none. And it's better off if you just pack your bags and leave. It's the best thing you can do, because at this point you've hurt so many people and it's unacceptable. And the fact that you're refusing to own up to it, that just says a lot about your character. So with that being said, I'm done with all of you guys. I am so ashamed that you've acted this way, and it's just disappointing. It's very disappointing.
It is. It's extremely disappointing. And, I wish that they would grow. I wish they would learn, and they would have to prove it. But, yeah, I'm right there with you that I'd rather have people on the internet who are there for their viewers and their community and are loving and supportive, and not people who are saying and doing things that harm people and have actual real life consequences. So, yeah, I agree with you there, man. Thank you for that statement, Nick.
Thank you again, Novice, for everything.
Of course.
Really
I'm happy
it.
to do this. I wanted a place where people could just look at all of the information objectively. I could just put everything in one place, since people don't have to go around looking for it, and can just see it all here in one stream. So I'm glad I was able to do that, and I hope people can make their own decisions, see what I've shown in this stream, and come to their own conclusions, because I'm not trying to create any sort of baseless hate or what people might want to claim I am, or spreading any lies or anything. Everything I've shown here has been what is actually there and present, and people could go to the videos, people could see it themselves. I'm not trying to keep public stuff anonymous, as for some reason what Grande was saying. I don't know why he said that, but yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do with this stream, and it's been a good one. But I know, Cam, you wanted to join as well. Did you have something you wanted to add?
Oh, I was gonna wait for Ninty.
I wasn't sure if Ninty had something to say too, but Ninty could speak first.
I'll go ahead and say something. I don't.
All right, Ninty.
Obviously, we got two trolls arguing in your chat, by the way, about the bottom.
I don't have much to say from my personal experience, because I've never really hung around Ballo's community that much. I've only been to a few of his streams ever, but because I'm an open member of the LGBTQ community as well. And back in 2020 I was told by someone, which I'll keep them anonymous, but I was told that Ballo had said some not so great things about me in a private VC. And also back in October of last year, Ballo was a big, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this, but whatever. but Ballo was a big advocate for getting me demoted from External's mod team because I accidentally said a curse word in External's chat one time. But other than that, I've always kind of known that Ballomatic was like this. I've had a lot of private conversations with people about this, but I never really said much publicly because it just seems to me it just seems like no one really cared. I'm quite surprised that all this has kind of resurfaced, but other than that, I don't really have much else.
Well, thank you for adding what you did add, and I'm happy to show that people do care, and people are here. It took a little bit long. It took a video that came out 8 months later, but people do care, and a lot of people just simply weren't aware.
Yeah.
Also, if I may add something real quick, I know somebody in chat brought this up. The Grande Gamer just.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that someone said that in my chat. I wasn't sure if it was true or not, but yeah, I guess.
Carlos
Yeah, I haven't. It was respectful debate is all I want. Yeah, I don't. If he says something else, I'm probably gonna ban him. But
yeah, please do.
Wait, I'll let you know.
It's Carlos.
I interrupt midway. That's because I'm trying to inform you about further drama.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you letting me know. But yeah, someone said that in the chat. I guess Grande, he deleted all of his social media accounts besides his YouTube channel.
Wait, actually, now it's showing up that there is another.
Wait, so he deleted Discord too?
It says Ryan at BlueShoes93, and unless somebody was mistaken and they clicked on the wrong account or something.
Possible,
because it actually is still showing up here.
Okay, so he
let you know about that as well.
So he did. So Grande didn't delete anything.
Yeah, well, the Twitter that he has linked onto his YouTube page, that is deleted. That's just
it says it doesn't exist.
11.
Yeah.
And then
let me see his Instagram.
Yeah, now we have.
Oh, it says the Instagram doesn't exist either. That's linked in his YouTube channel.
I agree, Mars and Mike.
Okay,
his server last time we checked. His server last time we checked is also on lockdown alongside Hunter's.
Wait, so is he got like all of his like socials down?
Pretty much, except his Discord. For all we know, it's still on lockdown. Could be deleted now, later. Who knows?
No, Carlos, I'm not.
I know that their Discord servers are on lockdown. I was given information that they.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Invites.
I saw that they paused invites to their servers.
Yeah, probably because Then again, my biggest guess to this is that they're afraid of people coming in there and saying that, oh, here's what really happened. I'll if I may add to this, their communities they're acting like a regime at this point, like where they're censoring what goes in, what the viewers see. Obviously, they're controlling.
They're doing that with comment sections, Discord servers. Yeah, I mean, I've even seen people who are on the fence and they get banned. Like if they're not totally behind them and they're just kind of like, oh, I don't know what to believe, I don't know what's going on. Just like, oh, bye.
Yeah, and also I remember I also was also given a screenshot. There was somebody who said that, hey, Ballomatic, look, you should just apologize for what you did.
Exactly. It could have been fixed. It all could have been fixed.
It could have been easily.
Then they're stubborn and decide to just ignore everything and try and brush it off. And it's led to this point where now they're being exposed. They're probably watching us expose them as we speak.
There you good. Okay. So I know, Novice, you wanted me.
Oh yeah, you're more than welcome to. If you have something to say, I'm comfortable with you saying it.
Cool. For some of those who don't know who I am, I'm Camdog Day, or Cameron, whatever you want to call me. It doesn't matter. For me, I'm just a guy who loves to be a happy dog, creating a sunshine community where all the happy people takes place, and I want to create a happy life for other people. And I love being around my closest friends like Nicholas, Clams, Ian, Luke. I love being around everyone's communities. I really do. But what hurts me is, if you're lurking in chat for all these 3 people, Balo, I would have been friends for you for almost 3 years. Almost 3. But what you said out there is really upsetting to me. I'm disappointed, I'm ashamed, and I'm angry. And I looked up to you. I looked up to Savannah. I looked up to Grande because I got support from these 3 people, and they were all nice to me. And then you had to turn around and say, these people are broken and they need help. Let me remind you, I said this before in my post, and I'll say this again. I have a grandmother who's religious. I have a cousin who's trans. In my books, in my family, we all respect who they are, or we are. And we all love each other. That's in my books. All right? And oh my gosh. I'm sorry. This is too emotional. But you really lost your friendship for me, Hunter. You really hurt me a lot, and I'm really upset. Also, control one of your mods if you can, because when I was minding my own business, your mods came at me in DMs. I can't mention his name. He came at me in DMs, cutting ties with me, and saying that we're not friends anymore, and saying this was not a good friendship to start with. No, that was a lie. We had a good friendship to start with. It was the fact that he cut ties with me and did me dirty. I was crying that time around like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Oh.
It's just, I'm just really hurt. And I don't know how long this will affect me, but I just want all this religious argument and all this drama. I want it to stop. I really do. And how much I love Maddie and I respect her, I go by she, her, just for her, because I love her, just like how much I respect everyone else who is bi or gay. It doesn't matter who you are. All right? Now, may know that I follow my grandmother's footsteps to be religious. I respect the people who they are, and I want you to live in your best life. That's all I have to say. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Cam.
Out.
No, you did,
You did a great job,
and
Cam.
I
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was
it
truly
was, and I just want to say, like, I'm sorry that someone had felt like they had to end a friendship over this, when in reality, Ballomatic, Hunter was the one that was being hateful, and I'm sorry that they had to end things this way with you, Cam. It's not right. It's not fair. It's not right for you. It's not right for anyone. That they did this and they made this decision. So I'm here to support you. We're all here to support you. We all love each other here, and I'm glad that we're able to talk about this. So thank you.
And I want to say thank you for the opportunity. And I love you all so much in all the communities from the bottom of my heart. You all are amazing. I love the support that you all have given. I didn't want to make the community post, but I had no choice but to do it because I don't want to get criticized for this. And if it's not enough for you guys, I'm sorry. I can't say anymore. I might get upset over this.
You've done good. You've done really good.
Yeah, you did amazing. Seriously,
you're a hero.
You have
really
seriously. There's nothing to be ashamed of here. You're doing well.
You're awesome, Cam.
And just so y'all know, God gave us a happy life to live for. He all wants us to be happy. and give us his relationship with him and make him proud. And I know you all will. Love and respect for
God
y'all.
bless you.
And don't forget, God bless you all. I love you all. And don't forget, just use this hashtag just for me. Hashtag PAWS forever.
Hashtag pause forever. All right.
That's all. That's it.
Thank you, Cam. God bless
That's
you
it.
too. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you all.
God bless you, man. You've done a great job here.
All right. I think that's just about everyone. I think that just about wraps it up. I appreciate everything that you guys had to say, and I think it was a great way to wrap up the stream and just conclude everything that's been going on. I don't plan to make any more content around Ballomatic after this, because I think any other content that I make will just be it'll be redundant at this point. I don't really think there's too much more to say. I mean, if they make a response or if something crazy happens, maybe, but for the most part, I think we've wrapped it up here. We've said our piece. We're not gonna harass. We're not going to bug them anymore. The ball's in their court. Information's all out there. It's all public, and I think we all can just move on with our lives and continue to be supporting loving communities for these people. Not afraid to speak up about these things, but also being able to just move on too, because now it's in their court, and we've said what we've needed to say, I feel.
Yeah.
I'd like to add something to that.
Okay.
I think that this experience of really just kind of, it's like circle time almost. Like we all just gathered here together to discuss such a horrible topic. I think it goes to show the strength we have as a combined community, because there are a bunch of representatives almost from a bunch of different communities here, and they've all time to unite here to discuss and relate with such a horrible topic. And to everyone that popped out here tonight or today, whatever time zone y'all are in, I'd like to say God bless you all. Thank you. It really goes to show how much, like, how important this topic is to us as a community. And I think this experience really teaches us kindness really does have an impact, and it goes to show how much racism, homophobia, things of that nature, they show the true strength and power that those harmful topics can. So I'm really
Absolutely.
proud of us here
And
tonight.
we've
Thank you.
we've consistently had anywhere between 50 to 60 viewers on this stream, and that's I mean, I'm trying to think. I think that's the biggest stream I've ever had. So I just want to say this is a topic that's very important to a lot of people. A lot of people came out here to support, to voice their opinions and where they stand. And a lot of people, there were people that donated in this stream. So I just wanted to say I appreciate everyone that came out in the chat, everyone that discussed the topics respectfully, came to learn, came to understand what's going on, came to support each other. So I really appreciate you, the chat. I appreciate the community. All of you guys make up what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a safe, loving community, doing what we love, playing Nintendo games, and that's what it comes down to, all in all. So, shout out to the chat, shout out to all you guys, and I appreciate this. All right.
No problem. I'm really blessed that you really did this. You are an actual W. Really, really, really thankful. and
Yeah,
glad.
thank you again, I know I said earlier, but seriously, thank you so much, Novice. Also, thank you to it's the G, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the G.
Referring to Cookie, I know you have
Yeah,
done
the G,
so
Darkling,
much to help
GW,
as
whatever you
well.
want to call
Thank
me.
you very much as well. You did a lot. You did a lot, seriously.
And like one thing I will say really quickly,
My honor.
is that
It's truly my honor.
It's like monumental.
No, it's awesome. It's so cool. It's so cool. What an awesome turnout.
And like another thing about it is that it's kind of disappointing the fact that we've actually had to go to this length just to not really shut them down, but to kind of get them to realize that, hey, you screwed up. You need to own up to your mistakes. It should never come this far. But...
Yeah, it's sad, but I'm glad we were able to do this. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go, but again, appreciate y'all lots. All right. Okay. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Novice.
Yes, thank you.
Amen,
Thank
bro.
you.
All right, that was awesome. That was awesome. I think that pretty much just wraps it up. Again, I think I've made it very clear. I don't think I need to explain this any more than I already have, but I made this stream not from a place of hate, not from wanting to attack Hunter or attack, Savannah or Ryan or any of these people. If they take this as hate, if they take this as an attack or whatever they want to take it, I can't control that, unfortunately. They've unfortunately shared some things that hurt a lot of people, and I wanted to give that voice because I care. And that's what it comes down to. All in all, I like to have these conversations, and I welcome all of you guys into my community, as well as all the people I featured here. I'm sure they'd welcome you as well. This is a safe space for you. My Discord server, my streams, all of this, and I'll continue to try to make the best, most funny and entertaining content I can, and streams that I can that also make you feel safe and make you feel like this is a place where you can belong in. So that's a commitment that I have to you. If I ever falter in any way, call me out on it, and I won't do what Hunter does. I won't do what Savannah or Grande. I won't do what they do. I will talk about it. I will make a video, or at the very least a post, and I will own up to it if I make a mistake, and I'll educate myself, I'll inform myself. But that's my commitment to everyone here in the chat, that this is a safe place for you. And if you want to stick around for more streams and more videos, I'd be more than happy to have you. And I hope you guys are doing well. I do. I hope you're doing well. I hope the 3 streamers that we talked about in this video, I hope they grow. And I hope that, I just hope the best for everyone. All in all, no hate here, only love. I appreciate you guys lots. I think I covered pretty much everything. I'll put timestamps in the stream after the fact so people could go and look at the different aspects of this situation. I didn't hide anything. I was very open. I was very honest. I was I tried to be objective and share my honest opinions. I mean, obviously, I'm not objective. I have opinions, so I shared them, but I tried. Okay, the stream disconnected for a second. I don't know why. But I tried to do my best to reach out to Ballomatic to get him to talk in this stream, and he denied it. And the best I was able to do was this morning, I was talking to one of the people in his server who was working as a liaison between us, and I wasn't happy about the way that Ballomatic was responding. He very much dismissed a lot of what was being said. I'll go over it very briefly, but again, I can't confirm if this is what Ballomatic actually said, but I can confirm that this guy is in Ballomatic's server and claimed he was relaying these messages to Ballomatic for me. But this is the best I got from Ballomatic, so this is the best response I got from Hunter for this stream. This guy said that Hunter told me, dude, how about talk to me privately and take down all your stupid videos, and this wouldn't have to be a big deal. I'm done. This could have been squashed from the start had the people who left talked to me privately about it, but no, they believed one lying troll video and rolled with it. This is why the internet is not a safe space, because of people like this, who all they care about is what they want and not the lives of people behind the screen. This is what he wanted to say. Oh yeah, he just said this is what he wanted to say to you. Like, he was relaying the message. So still very out of touch, doesn't realize that he's causing harm, and we're not trying to judge him. We're just trying to hold him accountable. And he was very dismissive of it. Spouted like, "Oh, it's a random troll video. You don't know anything. Take down your videos." And it was extremely dismissive. I told him, like, the person told me that Hunter was very sad about everything that was going on, and it was affecting him, and he was getting threats and stuff. And I told him, I'm not a part of that. I'm sorry that he's going through that. but there is a legitimate criticism here. And he says he feels uncomfortable to be on YouTube as of right now. So, and, you know, I called him out again. I said that, you know, what you're claiming that people are doing to you, you did exactly to LGBTQ people. And he said, I was asked a question and I answered it. Someone brought it up, so I answered it. Yes, maybe it wasn't my best way to answer that on stream. However, in the same way, I was not desiring to show any hate. And that's all I'm getting back. No matter if the videos are neutral or not, they are expressing hatred towards me and my friends and supporters. So this is why I want it to stop. That's all I want. I understand the disagreement and I'm perfectly alright with people disagreeing, but having it extend to this degree that I never intended it to is taking a major toll on my mental health. I simply responded because he's very out of touch. No matter if your opinion is neutral or not, it's still expressing hatred to the LGBTQ community. You're not desiring to show any hate, but that's all they're getting back. When people make claims, they should expect criticism and to be able to back said claims up. It's the internet. I have expressed controversial views and have gotten backlash for it. It comes with the gig. I don't agree with all the content that's been made about you. Some of it's just mean and unnecessary, but I'm trying to give a voice to the actual criticism being made. I'm sorry you lost friends and subscribers. I care about you, but I want you to understand why people are feeling the way they are. And, yeah, that's the last of what he had to say to me. So, if you guys were looking for Ballomatic's presence in this stream, that was the best I was able to get for a response from him for this stream. It was dismissing what I was doing. Again, you know, hateful, needs to stop, all this kind of stuff. You even if it's neutral, hate's coming my way, you're giving me hate, and then I threw it right back at him. I'm like, you may not intend hate, but that's what you're giving the LGBTQ community. So you don't see that you're doing it yourself. So I tried to have a conversation with him. I tried to bring him on. I tried to get this settled out, but he didn't want to. Looks like, from what it said here, looks like he doesn't want to be on YouTube for a while, which honestly I don't think is a bad idea for him because I think he has a lot to think and reflect about. But it seems like his intentions as of right now are to not be on YouTube as of right now. So, yeah, that's Ballomatic's little novice stream cameo for you. The best I was able to get. Again, I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate the fact that we're able to have these conversations and overall mostly be respectful about it. And I won't be back on YouTube until April 1st. April 1st is when I'm going to start making content again because I'm currently in the process of moving as well as trying to iron some things out by that date. So, but once I'm back, once April 1st rolls around, I should be consistent making content again. And again, I don't plan on making any content about Ballomatic because I don't see it as very productive at this point. And I just hope the best for him and I hope the best for everyone involved. That's what it comes down to. Let me see if there's anything in the chat. I'll see y'all later. I appreciate you guys lots. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming out. And I look forward to even more fun, awesome meme moments with you guys. And as always, I just want to remind everyone in the chat, in the stream, everyone watching the VOD that when life gives you coins, make one-ups. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.